got the signals for the Baltimore Colts. Unitas gives to Amici. The Colts are the world champions. Amici scores.
It's amazing, sensational, dramatic, heart-rending, exciting, thrilling finish in the history of college football. California won the big game.
5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable.
This is Phil Steele.
This is Mike Burnham.
This is Wes Durham.
This is Mike Ashley.
Hi, this is Chuck Foreman, number 44 of the Minnesota Vikings.
Woo, mercy, this is handsome Jimmy Vane, the Boogie Woogie Man.
This is Coach Fry with Virginia Tech Football, and you are listening to Big Dog Sports Talk.
Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to roll? Okay, let's do it.
You're in the doghouse with Rick Watson on Big Dog Sports Talk, presented by Pulaski County Sports and Entertainment. Join us in the Family Fencing Studios and chime in on the McClellan Chiropractic chat line. He's keeping cool with help from Little River Heating and Air, but this show is straight fire. And now, the big dog, Rick Watson.
Oh my, oh no, that was out of nowhere. Oh my, oh no, that was out of nowhere.
How's everybody doing? Good morning. How are you? Belatedly, welcome to the program. Thank God it's Friday. So get in, and the StreamYard studio that I use completely crashes. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. So we are here now, though, and ready to go. Hope everybody's doing okay. Good morning. We're about 10 minutes late, but, stuff happens. Coming up today, Will Stewart's going to join us from Tech Sideline. Mike Ashley will have his open mic segment as well. And we're going to hear from Jacob and the guys over there at Citizens. They have Floyd County and Glenver. We'll do that coming up here at 6:30. So the key is to just, stay calm. That's what I tried to do. Realizing that, to be honest, going on 3 months, I haven't had a lot of issues, We had the one internet thing this week. But that didn't last more than a few minutes. So stuff happens, and I'm not going to get too upset by it. Hey, we're together now, and that's all that matters. Good morning, everybody. Stephen, Prometheus, Paul. What's up, TP? Good morning, David. Hope everybody's doing okay. 12 minutes of Selma. So was that what was happening? Did you just see Selma roller skating? Maybe she broke the whole studio because she was roller skating. That was new, by the way. Okay, good. So you got to see Selma skating. Hope you didn't hear any of my foul language. But look, I got something that's going to cheer you up. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, they have arrived. Huh? Look at that. Everybody see that? Here, let me get this out of the way. Here you go. They have arrived in all their glory. The T-shirts are here. Huh? Look at that. Even better than I had imagined. So we have T-shirts in the house. And we want to thank Brandon and everybody at Top Shelf, 4377 Lee Highway in Pulaski, right there beside the Cougar Express. They do screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, corporate gifts, and much more. TS Graphics Apparel at gmail.com, 540-616-8153. And that's what that looks like. That's pretty damn sharp, huh? What do you think? So we'll hang that right there on the arm. Okay, so we've got T-shirts. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good morning, Rodney. How are you? Brandon came through. You look great. Great guy, by the way. So the T-shirts we have it broken down here. Let me tell you what we got going on here. When the studio crashes 3 times before you come on, you're already behind the 8 ball. So we have the initial shipment here is 100 of those. Need Selman a picture of one of the shirts. Yes, I fantasized about it a lot. We got 50 extra large, 20 2Xs, 20 large, and 10 medium. So if anybody wants a shirt, they're going to be $20. I've talked to a lot of people, even a lot of you, and everybody said that's fair, no tax or anything like that. Hey, Opal, so if you want a shirt, hit me up on the text line, and I'll figure out a way. We'll get it to you here locally, or if I have to ship it, I would have to charge shipping. But let me know. These are nice. They're the perfect summertime warmer weather shirt. They're not too heavy. They're not too light. They're kind of in the perfect medium spectrum, because I don't like a heavy T-shirt either. You know, sometimes you go and you get those and they're really stiff. So they're really great. They're really great. So if you want a shirt, hit me up and we'll get them to you. But they're going to be $20. I've looked around. I wasn't going to charge that much. And then people are like, well, you're selling yourself short. But, you know, they're not free. So let me know if you want one, but they're really nice. They're really nice. And thanks to Brandon again. All right. So we got a lot going on. Who did I say? Will Stewart, Mike, and Jen with our college picks. I have no idea how we're doing on the college picks. I'm probably behind. So if you want a shirt, hit me up on the text line. Send me your information, and we'll figure it all out. I'm also going to post it up on the Facebook page later. There's over 4,000 people that follow there. Yeah, I would, David, but they didn't respond to my inquiries about trying to become a partner. If you know Gary, tell Gary to hit me up. I'd love to. I would love to. They're real and they're spectacular. All right, so everybody hit me up on the text line. I want to see them again. Yeah, look at this. I showed you the logo. I showed you what the mock-up was going to be. Look at that. I mean, that's pretty cool. And then the front, see, you got the subtle little secondary logo. See that there? That's the one you don't see much. Yeah. So they're not too busy. They're comfortable. And by the way, this is done so well. Like sometimes you feel the embroidery, like it's not. It's not. And there's the QR code. You can tell people to point at your back. I was going to put it on your front, but somebody said, you know what? If you're one of the pipettes and you're wearing the shirt, you don't want somebody, you know. Hey, let me take a picture of your QR code. Wink, wink. So if anybody wants any, let me know. And I hope you don't think $20 is too much. I know if you go to a concert, you get a shirt of a lot lesser quality, you're going to spend like $60. What the hell's going on there? Try to buy a T-shirt at a ball game. Try to order one from Fanatics. That'll be $79 shipping. If you type in this code, you will save $7. And for that T-shirt of your favorite team, you will only pay $137. We're Fanatics. All right. What else we got going on? We got to thank all our sponsors. Thanks for me. Yeah, I think 20 is very good. Thank you. Yeah, I did do a lot of research, a lot of asking. A lot of people helped me out with the $20 because I'm not that guy. I've never been a great self-promoter, and I hate to hey, we want my shirt. You got to have to pay for it. It's not like that at all, but you do have to make money back off of it. So if you want one, let me know. Family Fencing, they're sponsor of our studio. Go see Jason Green. He's going to be on the field tonight. Final weekend of high school football. We're getting ready to talk about some high school football in just a moment. Give him a call, 540-200-8294. Mark Hundley, McClellan Chiropractic. Nobody is better at making you feel better. Go see him off of Peppers Ferry Road. You won't regret it. I know many people have been asking about Mark, so hopefully you've been able to get on his schedule. He is outstanding. The Ready Set Fund, we've been talking about this. This is so cool. Speaking of high school, we'll be talking to the Floyd County broadcast crew here in a second. The girls softball team at Floyd County went through the Ready Set Fund. They raised $4,000 in a week, and all they did was send out text. That's for 20 girls, and they've got, I don't know, it was new uniforms. I guess they did. travel, food, and all that stuff. BobChrist11@gmail.com, BobChrist11 at gmail.com, ReadySetFund.com. See right there in the parentheses, that tells you that it's separate. It's a website. Go see Travis Williams, Professional Door Incorporated. Garage doors better than anybody, 38 years in business. And they need employees. And if you want a career and you want to work hard and work for a great guy and a great company, go up to Professional Door. He wants to train you. You don't have to have experience. You just have to have a willingness to go work. Go be part of a great company. Very surprised, but Ryan Pry, the BDST fan question of the week, the attorney, 701 West Main Street, over 65% still want James Franklin to be the new head football coach at Virginia Tech, even if he doesn't really want to be here. Okay. The people have spoken. Go see Charles Lee, Little River Heating and Air. Who was driving around yesterday, waved at him. He's out working. 1095 Radford Street. Give him a call. 540-553-2971. We're brought to you by Pulaski County Sports Entertainment every day. They're opening up the racetrack. It's outstanding. Great news. We're going to try to have Jonathan on next week to talk about that. Congratulations. Those guys never stop. National Bank, member FDIC, 35 years. I've been with them. They're our exclusive banking partner. Lawson's Mobile Wholesale Supplies. I've been doing it since 1997, 300 North Franklin Street, 540-381-8011. And the NRV Super Bowl's been there for 25 years. Go by and see them. Give them a call. Get on a lane. Go nuts. And thanks to Harvey's GM in Radford. Harvey's GM is where I'm going to buy all my vehicles going forward, as long as I need one. Thank you, Opal. $20 is a great deal. Thank you. That's what we're going with. Rodney's got George Wythe and Giles tonight. Maybe VT could use it to raise money for football. By the way, Luke Fickell staying at Wisconsin. You know how we said that some of these schools were going to be probably swayed a little bit by the madness that's going on in the coaching cycle? I think that's a good decision by Wisconsin. Luke Fickell's a damn good football coach. Hasn't worked out yet. They said they're going to dedicate more NIL, so it sounds like to me maybe he didn't have the administration on board. He deserves another shot. He didn't build Cincinnati as a fluke. So we'll see what happens there. I think that's a good decision. This is what I think is going to help Shane Beamer down at Columbia. I know the AD doesn't like him. I know they're not doing well, but good luck jumping into the fray. By the way, the first name I mentioned that was associated with the Tech job, Ryan Silverfield, or at least Tech wanted to talk to because he was interested, looks like he's going to get the Arkansas job. That's where the winds are blowing there. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, they asked that Prometheus. They said, hey, people can share it. You know, David Mabry and all the guys there at Virginia Football Legends, they wanted to share the Marty and Rag segment. They're free to do that. I don't ever have like no, you're going to have to pay for my content if you're going to share it. No, share it. More people get to see it, the merrier, right? We're all in this together. So, no, I have no problem. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I appreciate people doing it. And I appreciate people hanging on this morning while we got the studio. If you were wondering where we were at 6, I use StreamYard. This whole thing you're seeing me on, it's connected to YouTube. You're not actually originating from YouTube. You're broadcasting in another entity, and you're going to YouTube, right? They have a contract with YouTube, but it crashed 3 times this morning. Yeah, they are a great Facebook group, Prometheus. Oh, Troy, I'm sorry. He's got Hidden Valley at Pulaski County tonight. Well, it should be a win for the Cougars. I don't think Hidden Valley has come close to winning a game, right? I hope so. Speaking of subscribers, where are we? By the way, we're getting close to 700, which blows my mind already. We need 13. Oh, we lost one. I think somebody got mad this morning at me. But we need about 13 more to get to 700. So spread the word and let people know that it's free. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Dwight, he shared his cooking segment yesterday. That was cool. But yeah, please share, like, subscribe. Tell people it's free. Remember, if one person subscribe, gets somebody else to do it, then we'll be at 700 just like that. If you want a T-shirt, again, they're here. They're awesome. Here they are. Once again, there's your back right there. And here's your front right there. Went with the light gray because that's what we talked about. So, but yeah, there they are. So let me know. Hidden Valley has 24 points in 9 games. Sounds about right. The Raider fan dropped off me. Yeah, that's Raider fans going, God, what a horrible football game last night. This is why the NFL, they don't care about their product. They don't care about the players. They want the eyes on Prime, Amazon Prime. That's why I'm so surprised they haven't chimed up more about this whole ridiculous ESPN crap where they pulled everything off of YouTube because they can't get a deal done. Terrible, terrible football game. Broncos are the worst offensive 8-2 football team I've ever seen. That last night was on full display why they should not be playing on Thursday. Neither team could really practice during the week. You just have walkthroughs. Then you go out there and try to play the real game of football, and nobody has a clue. Terrible game. I'm glad we won, but 10-7, ladies and gentlemen, in an NFL game, 10-7. What did I see? Here we go. Listen to this. Where are we here? This is what was last night's football game. If I can find it. 13 3-and-outs, 15 punts, 3 interceptions, 2 missed field goals, block punt, and 11 sacks between the two teams. More than half the Raiders' drives didn't go further than 2 yards. The National Football League. Just terrible. Terrible. Yeah, Alex Gold is trying to get a last-minute resume boost. Yeah, 55-23 on UTSA, who's really pretty good. Pretty good. Sorry, Prometheus. pretty bad. Raiders played a nice game last night, though. They had a good scheme defensively. You're going to be fine long-term, man. You get a quarterback long-term in there. The Gianti kid, the running back, is going to be great. Bowers is going to be an all-pro tight end for years. You got a chance, man. Raiders got a chance. Yeah, watching Knicks fan, I know. How about me? I actually stayed up and watched. I got you, Rodney. I got your T-shirt order. I got it. I do. Got you. Everybody, just send it on the text line at 540-391-0788. Just hit me up, and I'll respond to you, and we'll get together and try to get them to you the best we can. All right, we got a lot going on today. We're pushing all things in quickly here because I didn't have the first 10 minutes of the show because my studio kept dying. All right. For the second time, we got Jacob and Kate. They're going to be calling a big game tonight, Floyd County and Glenver. Gentlemen, what's up? Good morning.
Morning, Rick.
If you guys I'm doing well, better now. You guys, I'm sure you understand my world, right? You turn on, you're ready to go, and all of a sudden it just completely goes away, and you have to just keep rebooting. That's what happens.
Yep. Before.
All right, well, let's talk about first of all, let's talk about last week. It was also a big game with Radford and Floyd. Battle the black and gold. Didn't go the Buffs' way. Talk about what you saw. It's a big win for the Bobcats. There's no question about that. I know both teams will be in the postseason, but talk about where Floyd is now heading into this finale against the number 1 seed in the region.
Yeah, so going in, Rick, Floyd was still at 3, which I know you talked with Jermaine last night for 4th and goal. They stayed at 3 despite the loss. Radford moved up from 5 to 4 since Appomattox lost as well. So not as much shakeup with that one. The big adjustment that I noticed for the Bobcats was where they run this 3-3 stack defense. They moved their 2 outside middle backers. They played them more at the line of scrimmage than they did going into the game. And that really made a difference, just at the line of scrimmage for me personally. Kane, if there's anything else you'd like to add.
Yeah, just kind of going off that, it's going to be pretty similar to what Glenver has this week. I think that defensive line pressure getting into Sam Phillips last week was really effective for the Bobcats. And stopping the Buffalo's offense. It started pretty even. I mean, the first half was kind of back and forth, going back to what we almost seen with the Carroll Floyd game, just a bunch of offensive scoring. And then that second half, the Bobcats came out and they really just shut Floyd down in the second half.
What was Coach Cromer's perspective? I know he was probably disappointed with the outcome, but what were some of his takes after that game?
Yeah, we talked to him, or I talked to him Wednesday. Caden got to kind of sit on it. We usually do a pregame interview to air on Fridays.
Yeah.
The big thing for him was, one, there was two real drives that were kind of the momentum shift for Radford. I think the score was 22-21. They were in the red zone, and a bad snap on fourth down led to a turnover on downs and gave Radford the football with like 3 minutes left in the half. So that was the first part that really kind of created the change in momentum. And then I think they went 3-and-out in the first half, or the first drive of the second half, and that's kind of, transitioned all that momentum for the Bobcats to kind of let them take control of the third and fourth quarter.
Another thing he emphasized was the Buffalo's defense, just the inability to get turnovers recently. He mentioned it's something you shouldn't rely on, obviously, but just one per game would be a huge help, and they didn't get any from Radford.
Yeah, and I know in talking with Coach Cromer, because we used to do a game of the week in the region a long time ago, and I did quite a few Christiansburg games. That's one thing, you're right. He's very predicated on forcing turnovers. He has a theory and a way to do it. And when it's not happening, I know that's something that weighs on his mind. Did he talk about why he thinks maybe his team's not being able to create those kind of turnovers this year?
Not that I can remember. I don't know if you remember better than I do on that one.
I don't think he kind of really pointed to anything besides. I don't think he really pinpointed any particular reason.
I mean, there were opportunities. I know Sam Phillips almost had a chance to pick six last Friday. I mean, the ball was thrown his way and just had a miscue there. There was a couple of potential turnovers when they played James River 2 weeks ago as well.
Caden Reinhardt, Jacob Smith joining us. They'll be on the call tonight for Floyd and Glenver. Well, let's talk about the Glenver Highlanders. Kevin Clifford, my goodness gracious. I mean, it has been this way for quite a few years. He's one of the longest tenured coaches in the region, and what he's done down there, just shy of Salem, is pretty impressive. Team, I know it's not huge, but very talented on defense, and boy, they've got an offense that's very difficult to handle.
Yeah, what did Jermaine say? I think like 6 shutouts this year, or 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched them in person. I mean, it's kind of weird. They don't look special, but they play like they're a special team. Don't get me wrong. But it's kind of like they're just a strong – there's no like one guy. I mean, they play as a team, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They play as a complete unit. Their offense looks phenomenal. Of course, having a quarterback that leads the VHSL in passing touchdowns now helps. But they play as a complete team offensively and defensively, and it just has come together. They're undefeated for the first time since 2015, which was the year after they won the state championship.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead, Kate. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying their 10 personnel it spreads out the Buffalo. It's going to spread out the Buffalo's defense a lot. So being physical is going to be really key. I think stopping the Highlanders, which is, I mean, obviously it's going to be tough, but that's just spreading out your defense, getting more centered in, just to try to slow them down, I guess.
And for the most part, they kind of get to do whatever they want to do offensively. They can run the football with Ranger Swanson. They can throw the football. I know Cooper Mullins was a big receiver. Trey Doyot, brother of Brody Doyot, the quarterback for the Highlanders. They can really spread it out and kind of do whatever they want to do with that 10 personnel. And it helps having a large senior class like they do this year.
And you're going to have a battle of 2 really good quarterbacks. And I used to love that so much, high school level, and what Sam's had to deal with and everything. He's the focal point of every other team's game plan. Kind of weighs on you when we get down to the final game of the season, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sam has done a great job this year playing quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he took over his sophomore year. I was playing my senior year, and seeing, how he started like in practice, and going against him at practice and whatnot, seeing the progression that he's had from sophomore to junior to senior year, he's gotten better and better every year. He's done a great job at cleaning up some of the mistakes he started making last year. I think he's only thrown 2 interceptions this year. One of them was last week. So he's played very turnover-free football at the quarterback for the Buffaloes, and that's part of the reason why they're 7-2, Rick.
Yeah, I know. And the thing about this, regardless how it goes tonight for either team, this is going to be a playoff vibe to it. You're going to be playing a very good team. Floyd's going to see the best team in the region. Glenver's going to see a very good. So this is going to be a nice kind of look, finish up the season to get ready for the playoffs a week early, right? It's going to kind of feel like that tonight.
Yeah, I think the Buffaloes have really had a good, draw in terms of getting the opponents that they're most likely going to see in the playoffs late in the year that they can face in the regular season. They had Carroll a few weeks ago. That's a quality opponent. They're 5th, potentially going to be 4th,
right?
Depending on how things go tonight for 3D. James River, it's looking like they'll be playing at Coach Beal Field next week in the regional quarterfinal against the Buffaloes. So that one's kind of, dependent based on what things are projected to look like for me. It'll be James River and Floyd next week, and of course having the Radford game last week and then playing the top team in the region tonight in Glenver definitely helps.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Crummer talked about it. Sorry.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to say, Coach Crummer talked about it in the coaches show with us that it definitely does have that playoff vibe, and he's going to definitely be able to use this, bring his team out there with full energy just to see how they stack up against the best team in the region. Like we already mentioned, the top, it can almost be 5 seeds, 6 seeds are pretty much locked up in the region. So I don't want to say there's nothing to lose, but it almost in a good way where we can go out, just play some ball against, the best team, see where we stack up going into the playoffs.
Coach Crummer said they wanted to have fun this Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. Culmination of the season. It's hard. Just going back to when I played, and when you guys, you get to the end of the season. Now, this is a playoff team, so it's a little different. But, boy, guys sometimes get a little burned out on football. You have to keep it fresh in their minds. They may be basketball players, right? They may be looking at that season. They may just be like, man, I'm worn out. So, yeah, that's a good – you have to kind of make it fun and recreate that energy all over again.
Yeah, I think, they had a long season last year, making it to the regional semifinals. More than likely going to get it to do it again. Have a chance to make it to the regional championship this year too. So
you mentioned Coach Beal. How often do you get to see Coach Beal come out and check out a game? He's got to be there every Friday.
I know he was definitely there week 1 because I saw him personally. I don't know. I haven't seen him around outside of the week 1 game against Narrows, but I'm sure he's definitely keeping up with Floyd County football in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, let people go, guys. Before we let you go, you guys also have your own show. Talk about what you guys are doing at Citizens, man. It's pretty cool, and I really appreciate 2 young people taking the initiative to do this thing right. Talk about what you guys are doing.
Yeah, so for the most part, it's just a weekly talk show. We kind of, talk about what all is going on with Floyd County. We also cover Carroll County sports as well. We'll have a crew down in Carroll County covering the James River game tonight as well. So we'll be, talking a lot about these 2 games tonight, Glenver, Floyd, James River, Carroll, a lot tonight with this weekend's episode. It'll be on CCTV Channel 20 for all of our Citizens customers over the weekend. And then we usually post the episodes on social media first thing Monday morning. So it'll be exciting to see, every week, it's kind of like I don't know how to describe it, but, you get to see progress, like check off a box, like, we started week 1 of the football season, with the show and how we've progressed with the show, kind of learning how to do it for the first time in the last 11 weeks now. And then, what it can be down the road. I think we'll have a little bit of a surprise potentially for the playoff game next week, but you'll have to stay tuned for that one.
Uh-oh, we got a teaser. Well, you guys hit me up. We'll talk again during the playoffs, obviously, but to let me know if you guys ever want to come down to Radford and hang out on Press Row for an RU game. Just let me know.
Sounds good, Rick.
Great.
Yeah, and you guys can do something there too. What the heck, we'll set you up. Yeah, we'll set you up.
Please.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, keep doing your thing, man. It's great. And give me a yell if there's anything I can do, and we'll talk to you again here soon.
Yep. Thanks, Rick.
Sounds great.
Thanks, gentlemen. It's Caden Reinhardt, Jacob Smith. They'll be on the call for Floyd County and Glenver. and that will be tonight. And we'll talk to him again during the playoffs. Check him out on Citizens. It's great. Appreciate them. Appreciate Lori and all the gang over there. Morris. Yeah, he's in the evening now in Japan. Fresh back from Mount Fuji. Oh, I'm so jealous. Need a Japanese bourbon and ginger. Train ride was a ride through hell and back. I think we went through parts of Georgia too. No, they have not hired a coach for us. They have not. Hey, I'm waiting. Hey, Morris, tell them, by the way, tell the people in Japan, look, the shirts are here. Morris, look, see? Shirts are here. Hit me up if you want shirts. They're just $20. $20. Hit me up on the text line, and you can hit me up. You can DM me as well. I don't want you to post things here because it's your own personal thing. Paul says, no, Morris, they're still having sake. Yeah, Jack and Providence on Peacock. I'm sure everybody will have that on Saturday. Yeah, that whole thing's backfiring against ESPN. The backlash nationally and on X and social media, they thought everybody was just going to cave. They're dug in like I am. I am not buying any Disney crap. I heard the app sucks anyway. The whole thing was not remotely at all successful. That's why they did this to YouTube TV. YouTube refuses to pay these ungodly high fees because they don't want to jack things up anymore, or at least that's what they're telling people. And I'm sure they're probably lying. But yeah. And how about this? And this actually broke late Wednesday night. We didn't get to it yesterday because we were so busy. ESPN and the ridiculousness that it is has ended ESPN Bet. They have dropped out of that deal. Now they're still going to have, gambling content with games, but they have ended the 2-year-old partnership with Penn Entertainment, and it's going to end before December the 1st. But they're going to start a new one with DraftKings. So ESPN, I don't know what this means. I don't know whether they feel like something's going on there. But 2 years ago, they signed this deal with Penn, and they've been using the ESPN brand on its pre-existing sports book, and, of course, ESPN Bet, which I'm sure has also been a failure. It's all over their programming. They talk about it and promote it all the time, but in this era of gambling, so typical. But ESPN Bet was a failure. It was a complete failure, much like this whole thing of them trying to get people to go after their apps so you don't want to miss college football is going to fail. And then we said it here on the show, the mega embarrassment when they were talking about the Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier NBA gambling scheme, and underneath flashing, sign up for ESPN Bet right now. That was on the dreaded show Get Up. And then they had to take it off the air because people were complaining. So now they're going to have a deal with DraftKings, and they're going to stay involved in gambling without putting its name on the operation. So DraftKings will become the official sports book and odds provider, and ESPN Bet will go away. How did something that got its start being dedicated to sports end up being the worst thing about sports? ESPN has become anti-sports. Disney. Let's just say Disney. The coverage of their games sucks. They don't have any good original programming, and now they're doing this to customers. The influence of the SEC, 9 SEC teams in the playoff. Just self-indulgent, splitting the country in half because of their politics. Horrible. They become the anti for. That's why I think sports fans are like, you know what? If I miss games, I miss games. They're not. In other words, people aren't missing Disney or ESPN. They're missing the opportunity to watch games, which is why they're trying to take advantage of. I write about it today in my Patriot column. I hope it made it in. Let me know if it made it in, Rodney. I think I got the link. I was a day late. So I hope Mike wasn't mad at me. But we're not missing, nobody's missing ESPN, but you're missing the opportunity to watch games, which is what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. They want you to buy their app because nobody's buying it and it's failing. And now they're getting out of the whole ESPN bet thing. It's so funny. Their slogan will be one bet. Everybody knows the rules. It's kind of like that Boeing CEO interview at Congress. So, yeah, you tell me. Nobody's missing ESPN. Everybody's mad because of the games, and I get it. And at first I was too. But there's going to be two things that are going to prevail, and I write about it today in the Patriot. Check it out. Mike Williams, Rodney, that whole crew, the Patriot, awesome. Reminds me of the original Southwest Time. Yeah, there it is. It's called Streaming Wars. Check it out. Coach O'Mation, for Fox baseball coverage via ESPN, not even close. Absolutely. Oops, I'm sorry. I think I sent Will the intro. I think so. Yeah, it was a bad game last night. It was a bad football game. I just sat there marveling at how bad it was, and it was all because of Thursday night. Yeah. Disney is fouling up everything. Their app is awful. The app is awful. People that have done it are regretting it. People who have done it have canceled it immediately. And they just increased park prices. It's unaffordable. They're killing the golden goose. Yeah, streaming was supposed to make things simpler and better, and it's destroyed everything. If you're going to be a sucker and you're going to pay for all this crap, go, that's up to you. If you have extra funds and you want to do that, that's great. Paul says Boeing CEO had a raise of 42%, paid $38 million. He raised the workers' pay $32,000 by 1%. Yeah, it's the corruptness that's going on is just. But I'm not going to do it. I'll miss football games. I don't care. I'll keep up with them on my phone. I'm not going to cave into it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Not going to happen. Cheers, Rick. Ed says on the text line, Broncos are 8-2. Yeah, they are, but whew, there ain't no way in hell that team's sniffing a Super Bowl unless they fix the offense. And the problem is Sean Payton. Sean Payton is the problem. He won't take any accountability for it, though. Exactly. There's always old-fashioned radio. You can find the old radio broadcasts. You have to pay a little bit, a couple dollars, but you're going to be able to listen to those games now. I thought BT would have told Franklin to pound sand and back the gold wagon up the chest. Yeah, they should. Tech fan, I don't know what to tell you. It's the easiest answer of this whole thing. But the tea leaves are reading that they're, for the second time, going to ignore the James Madison sitting coach and go do their own thing. Paul says, I hope he's related to Kid Chesley. Oh, who knows? I don't know. He might be. If you want a T-shirt, hit me up on the text line. I'm going to be posting them. Again, man, I'm getting a lot of requests on the text. Okay, and one more time. Here we go. They're here. Here's the front. They are good quality, man. These are good. It's perfect. I don't know how to describe it. But, oh, it's so soft. Oh. There you go. You know how you can get a shirt that's too thin? Well, this is perfect. And you get them too thick. I can't stand that. These are perfect. So thank you again. Can't say enough for the work here from Top Shelf Apparel and Brandon. Go see him right there beside Cougar Express. Give him your order, man. This is great. And I'm glad, too, because it's a Pulaski County business. And, of course, you know, we're presented by Pulaski County Sports and Entertainment. No shoes, no shirt, no problem. We'll probably need the shirt. But hit me up. We'll get you your shirts, and we'll talk and we'll connect about payment. Just $20, by the way. Everybody's asked $20. And everybody's going, wow, that's cheap. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to gouge people. I'm not that guy. Rick, are the shirts as soft as Selma? You mean as I've imagined it? I don't know. Let me think here. There we go. I mean, I had no idea I had such gigantic hands. And that's not in any way, shape, or form Photoshop. No, that was down at Radford. She came to see me. Sorry, Wayne. They should put the Browns owner and the Jets owner in an octagon. Whoever loses has to sell the team. But yeah, the shirts are really cool. Really cool. I'm very happy, and I like that color. Now that I see them up close, I really like the color. I like that gray. It's kind of generic. And I got that feedback from you. Remember, we kind of designed the shirts together. I didn't want to do black. You know how I'm about the black jersey. By the way, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Last night, of course, the Broncos wore what should be their permanent uniform, but they won't. They'll wear them, I think, one more time this year. They all throwbacks. It was great because the Raiders wore their old silver numbers from the mid to late 60s. The Raiders used to be black, and they were kind of like a yellow. First couple of years in the AFL, they weren't silver and black. That came with Al Davis. And you talk about nailing a uniform design from the get-go, Al Davis. I got you, Reggie. I got you, man. Thanks for your T-shirt order. I will connect with everybody over the weekend that have put in orders, and we'll get things going, okay? Radford has a game tonight, and I don't have much going on tomorrow. Jets have won a Super Bowl. That's right. They won Super Bowl III, the big prediction, 18-point underdogs against the Colts. Browns have never been to a Super Bowl. Has a lot to do with John Elway, doesn't it, Wayne? And those uniforms from last night. Yeah. Okay, stop. Wayne, stop. Don't use that language. Wayne. I'm surprised Carol let you say that about me and the Broncos. What's up, Brandon? Some photoshopped artists for the James Franklin, the VT fakes help Rick with that Selman picture. Hey, Brandon, the T-shirts are here. Did you see them? Yeah. Well, let's do it off the top of your head. Who has not been to the Super Bowl? The Browns. The Lions. And, Jacksonville hasn't, but, they're kind of new-ish. Can't count the Texans because they haven't been around very long. Are the only two original old teams that haven't been the Browns and the Lions? Thanks, Brandon. Let me know your T-shirt order. We'll get them to you. By the way, we're back up. We need 12 people to get to 700 subscribers. So hit me up. They're free. It's free. Will Stewart, make it 11. We only need 11. We're at 689. Let's go. Let's hit 700 before the end of the show. I know that's not likely. Will Stewart will join us here momentarily. What makes you think the picture of me and Selma's photoshopped? I don't know what you're talking about. That's ridiculous. What a rude assertion. But yeah, hit me up. Those are nice. Those are nice. No, the Cardinals went. They played the Steelers, remember? Got you, Brian. I got your order, brother. I'll connect with everybody. Just right now, just send everything to the Professional Door text line 3910788. Thanks, Caden. You guys were great. Good luck tonight. Caden, I will send you that. Okay? I'll hit you up. I'll email you guys my contact information. Okay? So you can get a shirt. People are going nuts over the shirts. I got 7 more. Good God. Really? Okay. All right. 7 more requests. All right. You got a guest here hanging on. All right. Here they are again. There you go. There's the back. Very nice. And there's the front. You see, you got the secondary mark, which we don't show much. See right there? It's called marketing, baby. And they're the perfect texture. And they're so cuddly soft. Again, they're not too heavy. They're not baggy. They're perfect. In other words, Selma would look great in one of those shirts. All right, joining us on the program now from Tech Sideline, he's Will Stewart. Good morning, William. How are you?
Hawking T-shirts.
Hawking T-shirts. I'm just excited they're here. They did a great job up there at the Top Shelf. Those are nice. What's going on? Yeah, man. How are you?
I'm pretty good, except I had to get up early again this morning for my good friend Rick Watson.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But at least you're not driving now. At least you're not driving.
No. And so this is like 3 weeks in a row I've had the omnibus background. So
I think people love the suit. Yeah, I love that. I had no idea you had such an extensive Marvel omnibus collection. Those are cool.
So I wish I could get the lighting a little better so there wasn't so much glare.
I know, because those are cool, man. Those are cool. If people don't know what an omnibus is, if you're a comic book person like Will and I, they recreate, they reprint the stories in one version. Sometimes if it's a big run, they spread them out over a lot. Sometimes they can squeeze in a run all into one. It's really cool. It's a way, if you have expensive books, you don't have to worry about, getting finger bends and things like that. It's really cool. And that's impressive, brother. Those are nice.
It's a lot of fun. It's stuff that looks good on the shelf. So
yeah, it does.
Here, like you and I both collect old comic books.
Yeah.
Before I got into omnibuses, I would buy comic book runs, which are hard to find on eBay and expensive.
They're very hard.
That stuff.
Yeah.
So let me give you an example.
Expensive too. Really expensive.
See the empty spot right here?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So this is Avengers Omnibus 3 and 5. 1, 2, and 4 are coming in the mail.
Gotcha.
So what I will have when those other 3 books arrive is I'll have these big bound editions that will have issue number 1 of the Avengers through like over number 200.
That's awesome. Yeah. So that's the way it is. Yeah, yeah.
What's cool about that is I'm not going to buy the individual Avengers comic books, but that gives me a way to have the stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So like each book has like 30 or 40 issues in it.
It's great. It's great. They look great. They look great.
They are huge, and they can be a challenge to read, man. So there's Reddit forums that talk about, ooh, how do you read yours? Well, I put mine on a pillow.
It's a book. Come on. We're old school. We love that. We love the brick and mortar stuff. So anyway.
Yeah. So anyway.
No, it's cool. It's cool. No, it's very cool.
Like all collecting habits, it's expensive.
Yeah, they aren't cheap. You're right. You get what you pay for, and those things are well made, and they're worth it though. If you're gonna read something like that. Hey, Joseph, he's got a nice collection of comics. Really, Joseph? Are you a Marvel or DC guy? Will and I are Marvel guys. I have a few DC offerings, but not very many. So let us know. That's pretty cool. I knew the peeps would understand.
Now, you know what I just started reading, though, which is pretty cool so far. There was a comic book series, and it's collected, and I've got the compendium, not the omnibus. It's called Injustice: Gods Among Us. Have you ever heard about that one?
Yeah, yeah.
It's the Joker tricks Superman into killing Lois Lane. He makes him hallucinate, so he thinks it's somebody else.
Oh, I got you.
And then Superman snaps, and
he just starts.
He's just going to rule the world. He holds a
Love
big press conference and he's like, you don't commit any crime. All the wars are going to end. And
maybe
so,
we need that Superman to show up over at Blacksburg and get this coaching thing done. Maybe
well,
that's what we need.
Evil Superman needs to visit Jimmy Sexton and tell Jimmy that it's time for James Franco to sign the contract, man.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Hey, you want to?
Well, you and I. What's great about Will and I talked yesterday, we're both in the same boat. We're getting to the point of ad nauseum about this whole coaching search. I mean, it is what it is at this point. It's business. I don't think anybody's panicking. People will hit me up with that all the time. No, nobody in Blacksburg's panicking. They know what they want to do. It just hasn't happened yet, and there will be other options if it doesn't happen. I keep trying to remind people of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of good coaches out there, and David Teal keeps making that point on our weekly Talking with Teal segments on YouTube. Free plug. So we're reaching a point where Tuesday in the office, Chris Coleman is like, I just want it to be over.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a good buddy, Chad Gilmore, who texts me every day, and he goes, well, another day of torture of not knowing. So, but if you're ready for the latest rumor / theory, and I like this one. This one actually makes sense. Franklin and Sexton are negotiating his buyout with Penn State. And that's what the holdup is. So from what I understand, Franklin's contract with Penn State has I can't remember the term for it, Rick. It's that term where, so Penn State owes him $8.5 million a year. If he gets a job that pays him $6 million a year, then Penn State only has to pay $2.5 million a year. I can't remember the name of that. So think about it. If Franklin signs with Virginia Tech for more than $8.5 million a year, then he's getting nothing from Penn State. So Penn State and Sexton are currently negotiating. Franklin and Sexton are currently negotiating like a lump sum buyout. So he'll get some money from Penn State, and then he can sign with Virginia Tech. So, I mean, it's a rumor / theory. What do you think? Or
Well, it was interesting. It was interesting. Yeah, when you sent that, I reached out to Big Ten guy, and he sent me exactly how it's laid out here. You ready? He says,
all right, go ahead.
Franklin fired, of course, equals $50 million. 5 years, $10 million is what it's broken down to in his contract.
Oh, okay.
So Penn State paying him just if he's coaching at Penn State, monthly, quarterly, whatever. If Virginia Tech signs him in the next 5 years, obviously in the deal offset. So VT offered 10-year deal. They can offer a 10-year deal, $10 million. This is just an example. Difference is zero. So then they are off the hook talking about Penn State. If they offer $5 million, then Penn State's on the hook for $5 million a year for the first 5 years. Just what you're saying. The actual law is like you can't just pay him $1 million or $2 million a year and make Penn State pay $8 million. Right. And then in year 6, give him a $50 million bonus. That won't happen. So it's pretty simple. The Virginia Tech offer $10 million or more. Penn State owes nothing, just what you said. The VT offer less first 5 years, Penn State paid the difference. So that's how it is. And if that's the negotiation, that lines up with what, you've heard as well. So that's how it's laid out for Franklin.
So if put yourself in Penn State's position, the rumors are hot and heavy, so you got a Big Ten guy that already knows they're talking. The rumors are hot and heavy. And then Franklin and Sexton come to you and say, oh, we were negotiating a lump sum buyout. If I'm Penn State, I go, maybe. And so let's say Penn State plays hardball and says, no, we're not going to negotiate a lump sum buyout. Go ahead and take that Virginia Tech job and you'll get nothing from us. Then what Franklin and Sexton may do is say, okay, well, I guess James isn't going to become a coach again right now. Maybe he'll just do television for a year or two, Penn State, and you will have to pay him $10 million per year. So that's the negotiation that's going on. And if they're seeking a lump sum buyout, then of course, if you're Penn State, I'm not a lawyer, but you don't have to have half a brain to say what I'm about to say. If you're Penn State, you're like, okay, we'll lump sum it to this amount, but if you get a job, like if we pay you the lump sum, then you immediately get a job, then you got to pay like some portion of it back. So there's probably a lot of back and forth like that going on.
I agree. And I think this is just a matter, like Wayne's saying, is does he want to be here? There you go. Sponsored by
Not
Pepsi products.
Diet
You
Mountain
and I. So we'll find out soon enough. It'll happen. It probably doesn't affect you, but I want to get your thoughts on this whole ESPN Disney pulling their programming off of YouTube because of the fees, and YouTube saying, no, we're not going to do that. People are fighting back. It's been crazy to follow this. People are not just running, I got to have my football, so I'm going to go buy the ESPN crap. No, they're not. And then the people who bought it have regretted it because the app sucks so bad. But what does it affect you? It doesn't affect you, right? Because you're not on YouTube TV, so you're good.
See the gray hair here? The gray hair tells you I'm an old school satellite TV subscriber. So, no, it doesn't affect me.
I was, but I had to have the NFL Sunday ticket. So there you go.
So what do I think about that? I think I don't know, man. I get both sides of it. I get why ESPN's doing that. They want to drive people to their new app, and I don't know what to tell you, Rick. It reminds me of. So I used to get HBO through Dish Network. I just watched it over Dish Network and had DVR shows and stuff like that. And then one day, HBO disappeared from Dish Network.
See ya.
And I was like, okay, I'll wait a little bit for it to come back. And it never came back. And that was HBO. My take is that I don't know if Warner owned HBO at the time, but that was HBO's hardball negotiating tactic. They wanted too much money from Dish and probably other carriers, and they wanted to push people towards their streaming app. And guess what has happened? Years later, I still pay way too much money to Dish Network, and I'm paying what is about to become $18 a month separately for the HBO app.
Gotcha.
So I went there and I did it, and some people will go there and do it. But, like I just said, HBO never came back to Dish. So you got to wonder, is it just a fight between ESPN and YouTube TV? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, it's Google versus Disney. $1 trillion industry versus almost $1 trillion. It's just ridiculous. It's
right. So this is not going to get solved by Disney buying YouTube.
No. It'd be the other way around. Google will just say, you know what, we're done here. How much do we have to spend? How much do we have to spend to do this? But so we'll see.
It's funny. I'm at the point where I don't watch anything on ESPN unless it's an actual live game.
Yeah, it's crap. The whole network's yeah.
I don't watch their 30 for 30s. I quit watching 30 for 30 when I watched the one on the U, which is of course really old now.
Yeah.
I used to think the 30 for 30s were good, and then I watched the one on the U, and it was done by University of Miami alumnus. So
ESPN doesn't do it themselves. Correct. Yes.
It's all Billy Corbett, I think is the guy's name. It's all pro U stuff. They're just, like when they had that game with Texas, they played a bowl game against Texas and had like 15 personal fouls in one game. You got to present that for what it was, and instead it's like Miami showed their grit and toughness by not backing down. No, that's not what it was, Billy. They were acting like a bunch of jerks, and because you graduated from there, you can't say so.
Correct. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Just think, the thing that based its whole creation on being a sports network has absolutely ruined a lot about sports. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. No self-awareness there whatsoever. It's just ridiculous.
Well, what would they do if they were self-aware?
You would think so. Well, the only one, Pat McAfee's the only one he's just raising holy hell against it. He's on his own show on that network telling people how stupid ESPN is. It's great. It's great.
I have seen a clip or two of that, yeah. I've never watched Pat McAfee. What do you think of him?
I think he's one hell of a shrewd businessman and marketer. I think he's done a nice job. I don't like that he hooked up with ESPN. I think it's limited his show. I used to watch it some before he got there. Now he's – he has to be what the brand wants him to be for that large contract. What is it, $11 million a year? But he's delivered. He's delivered ratings, and he tries to keep it honest. But this is cool. Every day he's railing against the parent company. So it's interesting. I think he's at the point where if they want to let me go, so what? I'll go out and be another Joe Rogan again. I'll just go back and I'll figure it out on Sirius or something else and make even more money.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people go to YouTube and stuff like that. And
yeah, exactly.
You see that with all the 8 p.m. Fox News hosts who have been fired over the years, They get that spot on Fox News and they get really big.
Yep.
And then they start just saying whatever they want to say, and then Fox is like, "You're fired." And
That's
then
right.
They go somewhere else and form their own network and stuff like that. So you could be onto something.
I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, look at what's his name, Tucker Carlson, right? He got fired, and now he's like making 10 times more money than he did while he was there. It's like, okay,
says whatever he wants, no repercussions.
Yeah, no repercussions at all. But yeah, I think, for what he is, I have a lot of respect for what McAfee's built his thing into. He's been dedicated to it. I don't like him. I don't ever watch Game Day. It's the worst show. It's just such a terrible show. But he's the draw on there. He and Saban going back and forth. That's become the thing, and they need him now more than ever since Corso is no longer able to do it. So there you go.
Yeah, somebody came running up to me the other day, and they were like, "Can you believe what they were saying on ESPN on Game Day?" And I'm like, "I haven't watched that show.
I don't watch it. What do you got?"
Why would I watch yet another show that talks about Alabama and Georgia and Ohio State? If I wanted to hear about them.
And now they're getting called out that about 80% of the time since they signed the new deal with the SEC, they've been going to SEC. All they do is go to SEC sites for their the game day sites, and they're trying to. That's not true. And then the one week they go to the Big 12, they pull it off of YouTube TV.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, they're going to BYU and who? Utah? They've already played. Who? Oh, BYU and Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. Yeah, that's right.
I might actually watch that. Not Game Day, of course. I might actually watch the game.
The attorney.
So
go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say both the Hokies and the Gamecocks do not play this weekend.
That's right.
My number 1 and number 2 teams are not on.
Not on. Ryan Pry, the attorney, says he's thinking about that with the gambling since ESPN's dropped the ESPN bet. Back in the day, ESPN would have had Bob Lee or Roger Cossack with breaking news. They don't have any news. There's no news on there at all. It's all propaganda. Yeah. Wow.
It's interesting about them dropping their betting app. Sometimes I haven't followed that story closely, but you see big companies like ESPN, like I've been running Tech Sideline since 1996, and I remember back in the late 90s, ESPN or early 2000s, ESPN was talking about starting up a network of college sites similar to Rivals. And the other big network at the time was Scout, and ESPN was talking about starting a network of college sites, and it makes perfect sense, right?
Sure.
But they just never did. And sometimes companies with the resources to do things think about things and they try to do things, and then they're like, you know what, we'll just partner with somebody else. And so I'm not surprised to see them drop their and we did a similar thing on Tech Sideline, come to think of it. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s, we had our own online store. It was called techlocker.com. And Tech Locker had a huge selection of Virginia Tech apparel and merchandise. It was a really cool setup. And we figured out after a few years of doing this that instead of having all this inventory and having a guy to run the store and program the store, we could just sell it as a sponsorship to an existing business,
right?
And make the same amount of money and not have to do any of the work. So that's how things like this happen sometimes.
Yeah, agreed. And nothing ESPN's ever done outside of its own programming has worked. Nothing has ever worked. They've never had anything that's actually paid off. Remember the magazine? It lasted a while, but it lost a ton of money. They've had other things they've tried to do, and it just their brand is not at all what they think it is. So,
do they have like a series of bars and restaurant? Because that seems like a natural fit for them.
They did. I think they did at one time. Yeah, I think that crashed and burned too. Yeah.
I've toyed with the idea of having a Tech Sideline bar in Blacksburg. There are certain guys in Blacksburg that they don't have just one restaurant; they got multiple restaurants. Like Mike Soriano owns. He owns Avellino's, and I think Soriano owns Champs. He may have sold it. He owns Top of the Stairs. So Soriano's used to starting restaurants, and he and I have gotten together and talked about it. But I'm too old for that, man. I'm 60 years old. I don't need to be getting into that business. Even
Yeah,
though
we
I
need to
think
hook up with Soriano. We need a restaurant partner. We need to do that. I wonder if Soriano would do something. I gotta reach out to him. Right to get
I like Mike. Mike and I get along great, but restaurants tend to be cheap when it comes to promotion.
Yeah, they do. They do. They do.
Because restaurants are interesting businesses. They either go out of business or they make a ton of money. There's almost no.
Yeah, there's no in between, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the ESPN Zone. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, ESPN Zone. That was.
Is that what the bars were called?
Yeah. They're gone now, though, right?
Yeah,
I think they're gone now. Uptown Sax. That's Jen. Jen says ESPN Zone nachos were the best.
Always Jen. Always about the snacks.
But how could they have been special? Here's a bag of chips. Here's some melted cheese we bought. Let's go.
I don't know, man. Sounds good to me. Throw a little meat on them.
Yeah, well, yeah, you gotta have some meat on there. Yeah. That's one of my favorite things, man. Like a big thing of chili cheese fries, and you just load it up with like bacon and other meat. And I mean, it's horrible for you, but boy, if you're really hungry and you want something like that, that's perfect. Get some.
Do you think your viewers at this point? It's what is it? It's 7:16 a.m. Do you think your viewers at this point realize you and I really don't want to talk about the coaching search?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the coaching search. Hey, that's okay. Yesterday we randomly brought up Andy Griffith when we started. It lasted for 40 minutes. People, I got more comments in the section on Andy. I mean, we found out. We learned, by the way, and you're going to appreciate this. Okay. Jack Nicholson made one of his first ever appearances on the Andy Griffith Show. I did not know that. So that was cool.
Did he get in a fight with Opie or something? Because he would have been a kid, right?
This
mean weird dude's picking on me.
It was during the horrible era of after Don Knotts left, and they were in the color episodes.
Oh.
And it was that's why I had not seen it, because the show died for me when he left. And it's a court scene or something. But that's Nichols, and people were sending me links yesterday. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. That's how smart this audience is. That was cool. That was cool.
So yeah, my wife and I were watching a show about the Brady Bunch the other night, and the Brady Bunch went for 5 years, and it was actually never that highly rated. It like cracked the 20s one time, and that was it. But yeah, in their 5th season, all their kids were getting too old and they weren't cute anymore, so they brought in Oliver, the cousin. You remember that?
Kinda, yeah. He had glasses, didn't he? Yeah, I do remember that.
And that bowl haircut, he looked like a little mini John Denver,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like if you run those two out on stage together, you'd be like, "Yep, they're related."
Yep. That's John Denver's kid. David says we need a game day picture of Jen with the new T-shirts that we debuted today. Yeah, it'd be all right. Yeah, she stopped sending pictures though, and not coincidentally, South Carolina sucks. She used to send game day pictures and they would win.
Well, he had me at we need a game day picture of Jen. Doesn't matter what.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, she didn't do that anymore. We're not important enough, Will. We're not. You and I aren't important enough. So.
Does Jen want to get rid of Shane and it's all part of a plot?
Maybe so. Maybe so.
You should ask her that.
But don't you think he's going to survive? I think he's going to survive for 2 reasons. Well, the main reason is we saw Luke Fickell get retained at Wisconsin.
Yeah, how about that?
I think they're looking around going, do we want to do this? Do we want to jump in?
Not want to enter this market.
Yeah.
Nope.
And I think it's going to help Shane get one more year. I really do, regardless of how they finish up.
Well, you and I have been listening to Jen for a while on this, and it's just an AD. He's marching Shane through the steps.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. Yeah.
Because first you fire the assistants, and then what happens after that?
According to Filmation, that means his days are numbered. And coaches know that when they're told to fire assistants, they're done. So he may know.
Yeah, and he's got to do a better job of hiring a replacement for Shula. I believe there's something like, never mind the offensive line coach. I think every offensive line hates their offensive line coach.
Right.
I've seen Virginia Tech burn through OL coaches, and you always hear afterwards, "Oh, the chemistry was bad. They didn't like their coach. They didn't like him giving this kid playing time." So never mind the offensive line, but that hire of Mike Shula was atrocious, man. He does not. His offense doesn't fit the quarterback skill set. And Virginia Tech's going through the same thing. The Phil Montgomery offense does not fit the Kyron Drones skill set.
And that's all on Shane. It's Shane's hire. He had to have him. He was an analyst the year before he got bumped up. I mean, so that's all on him. People say, well, he fired his coach. Well, who hired the coach?
Yeah.
He ain't had a good offensive coordinator since he's been in South Carolina. Jen, check me on that. Am I right? I saw the list of them the other day. I'm like, woof.
Well, I think the guy they had last year he's a head coach at Appalachian State now, I think.
Is he?
I think so. I think their OC left to be the head coach at App State, and boy, I clicked over to that game last night, and they were getting smoked at home.
Yeah, he hadn't had a good year. Yeah.
It was bad. They were 4-4 and going down hard last night.
Dude, at least you didn't waste your time on my Broncos. Thursday night football is terrible. I've been saying it for a while. That was one of the worst football games I've ever seen. That was ridiculous.
What happened?
10-7.
Oh my!
Was the final score. Broncos won, but it was just turnovers, penalties. You could tell neither team was ready. It was windy. Right. Too short. You can't do that. It's not a good product on Thursday. It's just
so the NFL does a weird thing where they play on Sunday, then they got to play on Thursday, and that's a really bad. Like in college, if you're playing on Thursday, like Virginia Tech used to do, you'd get the previous weekend off.
Yes.
So you wouldn't show up. And what about the team that travels? They play Sunday, then they travel Monday, then you go play Thursday, and I bet the players hate it.
Yeah, they didn't have practices. Carroll and Pete Carroll's the head coach, obviously, for Vegas, and Sean Payton. They didn't get to have practice. They just had walkthroughs.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't, like you're talking about, the recovery. They couldn't really practice, and it shows with the product. They can't hit during the week.
Yeah, these guys wake up in agony on Monday. They can sort of get moving Tuesday. They're still recovering Wednesday. That's the way this stuff works. They're not junior high or high school kids who can just bounce back the next day, man. These are professional athletes crashing into each other at high speeds. And, man, you can't roll out there and play a Thursday game that you played on Sunday. That's ridiculous. I mean, had both teams played the previous Sunday? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
That's just bad.
Yeah. And so they'll have this week off, Sunday off, but then they play again the next week. And it's just terrible football. Terrible football. Yeah. But anyway. Jen is saying, David, no one wants to see that. Jen, you're the only person who thinks no one wants to see you in a game day pick. I don't understand that. Am I wrong, Will? We all want to see her.
The only reason I used to get such high ratings when I was on your radio show was she came on after me.
That's right. You were leading.
That's right.
Come on. Yeah. Come on, Jen. You know better than that.
And now you separate. Now that we're on the video show, you've separated us.
You're now separated.
Can you put me at 7:30 so it segues from me right in?
It segues back. If I could get Ashley to get up early, we can switch you around.
Can you put all three of us, me, you, and her, on screen at the same time?
At the same time, yeah.
I can talk all kinds of trash to her.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it takes her forever to primp. I mean, she's always she's always a couple minutes late. Typical, right? Fashionably late for her segment. So typical.
I mean, sure, she's naturally gorgeous, but it takes time to.
It does, yeah.
To turn the 9 into a 10. She wakes up at 9.
That's right, yeah.
And it takes an hour to turn herself into a 10.
And David's right. Their season's gone downhill. When the new AD breaks down what happens, I think Jen's going to get a call. Hey, what's up with the picks? So what are you going to do this weekend? What are you going to do? You got no game this weekend.
Ah, man. It's so funny. My wife is sitting there in the living room with my daughter last night going, I don't know. They're watching some show about Wicked. There was something on last night. I don't know. I'm not paying attention. And my wife looks at my daughter's like, you want to watch Wicked this weekend? And my daughter's like, sure. And my wife is like, we got to watch it in the basement. And I'm like, the basement?
That's my place.
Then they look at me and they're like, what night would be best for that? And I'm like, well, the basement? You sure you're going to watch it in the basement?
Tell them to watch it in the morning before games come on. Then you can just share,
So Friday night I'll be watching TV in the living room. They're going to watch it in the basement tonight. And then so Saturday I will watch. I got some things to do around the house. Some things. So I'm not going to sit there and watch football all day.
No.
And I have to be careful because if I sit there and watch football all day, I got a basement bar, man. I'll just sit there all day watching football.
Well, no. Jen and I will know. We'll start getting texts at 5 or 6. Hey, Will's been watching football all day.
I was about to say, I start sending texts the next day. I'm like, What did I send to who?
What did I say? What happened?
You say you remember? You remember Randy King used to work for the Roanoke Times?
Oh, I love Randy. I miss him. God rest his soul.
So in the early days of the internet, sort of early days of the internet, at first they were just doing their regular newspaper articles on the website, and then they decided they were going to make all their writers blog. So you had to do a weekly blog, and Randy hated doing his weekly blog, so he used to completely mail it in.
Yep.
At one time, his blog was about his day. Virginia Tech was off, so he blogged about his day watching other college football games and sitting in his basement and drinking beer. He was talking about getting up and going to the bathroom and stuff like that. And I remember everybody on my website went bananas. They're like, "What a waste of time! I can't believe I read that. What a moron!" And I'm sitting there going, "Man, that's quality content right there, buddy."
That's great. Hokey Gal says, "Hope you're giving your wife compliments." And Wayne says, "Give us your Wicked review next week because we know you're going to watch it."
No, that is not happening. This is me going, not happening.
No, not going to happen. No. Well, enjoy your time, and maybe next week we'll have an answer, one way or the other, about the next Tech football coach. Who knows?
I believe you will. That is the one consistent thing. Is, I was told on Tuesday that Franklin wants to come here, and it's gonna take 7 to 10 days. And if you're told that on Tuesday, then you're talking about next Friday. So, man, if this doesn't happen next week,
it's over.
It's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Yeah.
So there, we talked about the coaching search.
There you go. That's it. All right, brother. Have a great weekend.
All right, man. You too. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Take care. We'll do it. I missed the Interceptor, though. I will tell you that.
Oh, it's about to. It needed a seatbelt pretensioner repaired. So it was a deal where you can't buy them from junkyards. The pretensioner is the thing that when you hit the brakes, it grabs you with the seatbelt. So I wound up having to get them to take the seatbelt off of the car, and I put it in a box and mailed it to some outfit I found on eBay, and they fixed it and sent it back. So I'm going to take the repaired seatbelt to the shop today and have them put it in. I don't know when they're going to be able to do it, but yes, I miss it too. I miss the glorious beast that is the Interceptor.
We love the Interceptor. We love it.
We do.
Vegas has set the line at -100 that Will actually watches Wicked today. Okay, I'm going to take that bet.
Does that mean I'm likely to or not likely to? I don't know my betting odds.
I don't know. It's true. I'm not sure. I think he says that you will be watching. I think that's what Vegas is saying right now.
Well, I'm not going to watch the Fantastic Four movie again. That sucked. I watched that.
Yeah, that's terrible. Just god awful. Disney. Thank you, Disney. Thanks for ruining the MCU. Thank you.
Hey, so it looks like I got 2 more minutes, so let's talk about that movie.
So bad.
So here's the thing. So, of course, the Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, winds up winning the fight against Galactus.
Of course. And the Silver Surfer had to be the one issue ever used female Silver Surfer version.
Yes, but I kind of get that, because somebody told me one time that the Invisible Woman is the most powerful member of the Fantastic Four, and I was like, what are you talking about? Well, all Reed Richards can do is stretch. All the Thing can do is
very smart. He's very smart, Reed Richards.
Well, that's true. All the Thing can do is hit stuff, and of course, the Human Torch catches on fire. But the Invisible Woman has all of these force fields and things, and the guy looked at me and he said, "Why is Dr. Doom still alive? Why did she put a tiny force field in his head and just explode his head from the inside out? She could do that to anybody. She could blow anybody up from the inside out." And I was like, that's a really good point. Plus, she's kind of hot.
Yeah, it was a bad movie. Bad. They'll never be able to make a good Fantastic Four movie. I don't know why, but
I could. You and I could, but
we could. Yeah, we could.
So we will sign off on that. We could do way better than
we could do way better. Yeah, no doubt. Because we respect the source material.
We do.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Have a good weekend.
All right, man. Good talking to you. Thanks.
Happy bourbon. There you go. Will Stewart joining us on the program. I might take those Vegas odds. I don't think Will's watching Wicked. Sorry. I don't. Hit me up on the professional door text line 540-391-0788 if you want a brand new T-shirt that's in. The peeps are excited about the T-shirts. One more time for your good measure. They came in. Look at that. Huh? $20 is all. $20. There's the secondary logo. And I will contact everybody who's contacting me this weekend, and we'll get everything in order, okay? And by the way, we're now trying to get to 700, which blows my mind. By the way, check out my new Big Dog Barks. 9 away. We're 9 away from 700 subscribers. 9. Started the day at 13. Let's go. Let's hit 700 before we go off the air. Remember, it's free. Tell your friends. Call the neighbors. Wake the kids. Tell your friends. Jen, the Gamecock girl, joins us momentarily. Mike Ashley joining us right now. What's up, Michael? How are you?
Better this week.
Good-natured pudgy.
That's according to, I think, a circa 1981 Penthouse psych graph. A roommate made me answer these questions, and that's what I came out as my body type, personality type. And I just liked it. So I've remembered it all these years.
I like that. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm, like the Hulk, sort of halfway or something.
Yeah.
Do you have Hulk-sized T-shirts, by the way?
We've got double X's. Yeah, we got 20 double X's.
I scoff at your double X.
Now
that
they're
will
big.
Fit me like Major Ogilvy's Alabama jersey. I'll be wearing a midriff as I gallivant down the field.
They look like double X and a half. They look like they're pretty large to me.
Oh, that's wonderful. And one of the worst things ever. Okay, I hope this never gets back to her because my mother-in-law, I don't know if she'll ever hear one of these podcasts, but her and my father-in-law visited Asia, and that's where they decided to load up on some Cowboys gear to give me. And they didn't get the sumo wrestling sizes. So I opened up these Christmas presents, and they were kind of like little Cowboys handkerchiefs that I had. Yeah. And I went, yeah, I'm going to wear this. And how do I return this? And I put it on a sand pan and hope for the best. Okay.
Well, Neil Leahy, who we know very well, who's very twisted because his favorite sport is soccer.
And he's very good at that on the radio, though.
Soccer.
I want Neil to hear this because I've had a bunch of soccer people, former players, tell me how much they enjoy his commentary on the radio.
He loves Neil results. He loves loves it.
Neil Leahy recognized for soccer. Rick Watson, not so much.
He ordered. I think he ordered one of those shirts from one of the Asian countries. I'm not sure where. One of those soccer jerseys, and I think he was telling me how small it was when he got it too.
Those things are incredible. They would fit my GI Joes better than me. But yeah. That's my own fault. That's my own fault. Apparently, all the weight loss drugs are going to be just about free. They're going to pay me to take them now.
They're going to start. Yeah, here you go.
If I can, and I, as a big guy, and I see everybody else getting so much skinnier, and I know what the trick is. Those people are, taking these things, and I was on Ozempic for a while, and here, I guess I'll open myself up for a lawsuit here. I just stayed sick. For about 4 months and realized, why am I so sick? And then I got off of Ozempic and I was much, much better. So
there you go. Yeah.
Anyway,
live life and prosper, not live life.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all in my whole thing, at large sports writer. I'm living large here. Yeah. So.
All right, Jimmy, I got you. We'll hook up about your order. Thursday night football. And it hit home for me last night because I actually stayed up to watch that disaster. The Broncos won, but it was just one of the worst football games I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. A lot of us other fans would take a disaster like that.
God. The NFL, either team got to practice. They were talking to the coaches, right? Because they can't. You don't get to practice. You play Sunday. Raiders had to travel. You had walkthroughs. Pete Carroll said you can't have any contact. So he made a good point. So we come out and you got to play contact football. Nobody's ready to play contact football. Even though you've done it all year, your body has to get reacclimated. It doesn't get reacclimated until, he says a lot of times, the second half on a Thursday. And I hadn't thought of it that way. And it was a terrible game. Penalties, turnovers. It was just, the NFL doesn't care because it's, got its deal with Amazon. But it shows you how much the league doesn't really care about its product, that they keep forcing this down our throats on Thursday night. It's terrible.
The checks cash.
That's right. That's all they care about.
For the networks. But yeah.
Correct. Correct.
So it's not just me. It seems like there are so many more penalties this year. The procedure penalties, the things like that. And I thought maybe it was just watching the Cowboys every week. But
penalties are up 9%. Penalties are up 9%, which is the last thing you want to hear. 9% more flags being thrown.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. And I don't know what I think the lack of preseason games hurts that.
It does.
And it's obvious a lot of guys in the NFL just don't know the rules, or they're too easily fooled by things. Let's not go down that road. Yeah.
No. It's so bad. I'm just so bad. Well, that's why I brought up the NFL, because you kind of clued me in a little bit on what your open mic was going to be this week. So I don't know what these are, folks. I'm listening for the first time like you, but you want to get into open mic? I know you're ready to go.
Oh, well, yeah, we can. Sometimes I don't know what we're going to talk about. I did get excited. I always catch the end of what Will's talking about. And I don't know, when you guys are talking sports, I talk sports all the time. But when you talk comics and Randy King, I'm all in.
Oh my God, I miss that guy.
We could have a whole show with Randy King stories sometime. Will get Ralph Barrier.
We should do that. Let's do that.
Oh my God, stories are legendary, and I do so miss Randy. But anyway. All right, well let's go another vein here. I do want to talk a little about the NFL this week, and so I actually named this segment, which I've never done in the how many weeks we've been doing this, 5 or so. This one I call Broadcast Blues.
Broadcast Blues. I like. This might hit right up my alley.
All right. The stakes have never been higher. It's do or die for all the marbles. They've upped the ante. Winner take all, loser go home. We'll see if they can walk the walk or talk the talk. Do hand him in, caulk the caulk. Got to play downhill, sideline to sideline. Spread the field. Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. The ball's in your court. Answer the bell. They're dialing up a blitz to pressure the pocket. Third and forever. They pinned their ears back and bull rushed because they saw there was a guy on an island. Bump and run or cover 2. Was that double team or a triple Lindy? Get your system quarterback and throw it on a dime. Beat the nickel back sitting back in the zone against 5 wide. Air it out. Hail Mary. Immaculate reception. The catch. 2 feet down as you high point the ball and make a football move. Put your foot in the ground and run to daylight to matriculate the ball down the field. Big Ugly's running interference. Whoa, Nelly. It's done. It's a done deal. Next man up. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you really don't have any. We need someone to step up, show consistency. Build through the draft, find a sleeper, trust the process, hold the clipboard, make a trade that helps both teams. The future is now. Accumulate trade capital, coach them up. After an exchange of punts, turn in your playbook, call your clubhouse lawyer, exercise your option, on to Cincinnati. It's a game of inches, and you got to go the whole 9 yards. The edge rusher was good in space, but had bad eye technique and just got dessert carded and then pancaked. They iced our kicker on the frozen tundra, and there was no hot receiver, but a heated debate about unabated to the quarterback. Laundry on the field, flags flying, looks like a free play, encroachment. They drew him off sides. They're killing me, Whitey. They're killing me. It's offsetting penalties, no harm, no foul, complimentary football, ball don't lie. Should have called an audible while barking signals. Mr. Irrelevant was the ineligible receiver downfield, not long after being the player to be named later. Pick up the flag. No challenges left. Left foot, right foot. The ground can't cause a fumble. He didn't complete the process of a catch all the way to the ground. A butt fumble has nothing to do with load management. Upon further review, any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's expressed written consent is prohibited. Turn out the lights. The party's over. And now a word from DraftKings.
Well done.
Did I get all of them in there?
I think you got them all in there. I think you got all of them in there. Yeah.
Oh, my first journalism professor at Radford, Cheryl Short, would be so upset. She came to me and said, you can't write like that with all that jargon. And as a 20-year-old transfer student, I think my chin dropped. I went, I have to write like this. This is what you do.
Right. Yeah.
But, you know, I found that over time. No, you can do better than that. You can make your own jargon. And that's what I tried to do over the years. But I did encapsulate this. The one that's getting me is it was Troy Aikman dialing up a blitz. Is there any other way to call a blitz? Do you have to dial it up? Is there
No, you have to. It has to be dialed up. Yeah.
And the new one is, if you're going to make a move running the ball, you have to put your foot in the ground, which I know is true because in the cartoons, when their feet are off the ground and they're running, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah. The one I hate too is when they say, "Hey, look at him. He's got his hand in. You put your hand in the dirt." I'm like,
damn it, I left hand in the dirt out.
Yeah, you got to have hand in the dirt. But now, it's hand in the turf because most of the fields are plastic. But yeah, he's got his hand in the dirt.
Yeah. But God love us, we've all got to watch this stuff, right? Even Thursday nights, if we did.
Well, I watched it because it was my team, but normally I don't really watch much of the Thursday game ever. I just look at it and go, okay.
I have the same Thursday night policy. I think I expressed early on one of these about my feelings about streaming. I'm there watching these commercials for DraftKings now. I'm buying the trucks, drinking the beer in my basement, Will. And, now you want to pay, you want me to pay more to see the same stuff I was just getting on cable that I'm already paying a lot for if you have cable.
Correct. I'm not going to give in. I don't care. I've got the NFL package. I don't care if I miss college games, then I miss college games. I'm not buying the ESPN crap. Not going to happen.
Rick, there are a lot of college games on now, not just on Saturdays anymore and stuff.
Correct.
So it's hard to get away from this stuff. It's something Dave Hunziker and I used to talk about all the time. The products that were so special in our childhood just don't seem as special anymore because they're on all the time.
All the time.
You'd rather watch Wicked or something sometimes. I don't know.
Jen says that you are high on the snuggle ranking right now. That's a good thing, Mike. Congratulations. You've made Jen's snuggle ranking.
Is that the AP or coach's poll?
Whichever it is, well, it's Jen's poll, and that's better than the AP or the coach's poll. Let me just tell you that right now.
And tell Will there's no way I can get up any earlier and do this. So,
That's what, he knows. He knows. Yeah.
I got the CPAP machine. I'm lucky I get up at all.
We couldn't have a time swap at all between you and Will on Friday.
Maybe a timeshare someday.
Well, he just likes to keep Jen onto himself. He doesn't like it when Jen and I have time together. That's what the whole thing is. So,
I met Jen long before this show because she's
the
advisor for student media at Radford,
yeah.
And of course I had so many of my guys working for her and me that including Drew Dickerson, by the way. So it was nice knowing her back when her days at Radford.
Yeah.
But she seems to be in the right place at the right time, and I her name is on the short list for the coaching job from what I understand.
Yeah, she needs to be on that coaching staff. 100%.
Yeah, her name's on a lot of short lists from what I understand.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she is. Yeah. There's a short line that she has to stand in, no question. What are you doing this week? Are you going to watch? Who your Cowboys got? They off this week or?
They are mercifully off. It was a tough week down there with Mark Freeland passing away. Yeah. And that was what's ironic about that, and I've seen Dak Prescott has kind of been at the forefront of trying to help people, suicide prevention, those things, and so he's been outspoken already. And this a guy I went to college with, who I thought was one of the happy-go-luckiest guys I'd ever met. One of those guys you like to be around and hang with. And we all thought he was incredibly successful. And he really was professionally when he got out of school. He was doing really well. He just got married. And you know what? He killed himself. And I whenever something like this comes up, you don't know the journey other people are on. You just don't know. You don't know what's going on inside there. So all I can say is be kind and, stay in touch with your friends and your family.
Yeah, right. No, 100%, man. It's experienced it in my own family, so I know exactly. It's just every time you see it, you're not really surprised once you go through it because there's no signs, there's no rhyme or reason, there's nothing that makes any sense. And that kid just scored his first touchdown, and he was celebrating, and he was, had all this, and then for that to happen, it's just unbelievable. It really is.
Well, and he was already beloved in the locker room after only 2 seasons, and he seemed. I saw a video of him the other day in the Giants game this year where there was imagine this, a flag before the play.
Yeah.
And the Giants offensive linemen were staying down in their stance, and this guy was in the backfield with other Cowboys standing around, and so he turned around with the Giants still down and leaned over him like the quarterback barking signals there, just very quickly. But it was so funny. It said a lot about the kid's personality. So you really do hate this.
Before I let you go, one thing that the wonderful people in chat unveiled to me, because you're an Andy Griffith guy, and I think you and I both agree. I don't know if you bothered to watch it when Barney left, when Don Knotts got his movie deal and didn't really make it in the movies, but he made a couple pretty cool movies to watch. But
yes, those were pretty funny.
They were funny.
Attaboy, Luther.
Exactly. When they went to the color episodes, did you know Jack Nicholson made his debut on the Andy Griffith Show? I didn't know that. People were sending me.
I thought he was on a black and white episode.
Well,
maybe that was Bill Bixby. Maybe that was
Bill Bixby. Yeah, as the bratty rich kid. Yeah.
Well, the thing, but I'm not telling anybody anything they don't know. It was Channel 7 that made this blow up by showing it every day right before the news. I mean, I don't know, down at the Dedman Center, guys like Bill Lilly, assistant basketball coach he was under 3 different head coaches at Radford. So he stuck around. We call him the cockroach because, coaching staff gets fired, everybody's cleared out. Bill Lilly survived 3 times and stayed on there, and then went on to back home to West Virginia to coach there. Anyway, and Joe Matthews, who was from up around Central Virginia and was a women's coach. Those guys on their way out the door every day would guess which episode was going to be on Channel 7. And one day, one of them got it right. And, that was, nobody ever heard the end of it, that they actually guessed right. But it was easy because they only showed the black and white episodes, which I believe there were 127 episodes.
Yeah, they never showed you're right.
Right. So 127 episodes. Do the math on that. 52 weeks, 5 days a week usually, because unless something special had happened or terrible had happened, and so that's we've all got all those shows memorized.
Yeah, we do.
And there was not ever enough Ernest T. Bass.
Now, see, I'm the opposite. All right, here we go. Now,
Howard Moore,
I don't like that character at all. I want to go and I just want to punch him right in the throat.
Well, we all did, but that was, you knew Ernest T. Bass, right?
No, I didn't need that character.
I got ready this week. I shaved the back of my neck. It ain't slick.
And I hated the Darlings.
I want to say my sentence.
I didn't like the Darlings either. That was,
man, what is wrong with you? I went out and bought that album, the Dillards.
Oh, I like the music. The Dillards music I like, but Denver Pyle is Uncle Jesse. Denver Pyle's Uncle Jesse. He's not Briscoe Darling to me.
I get that. Well, I'm older, so yeah, he's definitely he was on the Doris Day show when I was a kid. So you just like him because his name's Denver. So
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. He would have forfeited if he were still with us. He would have forfeited his name last night with that brand of football. But anyway.
Hey, that's the light off my other computer screen. Like, by the way, I was ready to fix the lighting if you needed it today because I know. How's that?
That'd be the Halloween. We should have done that for the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. We'll have a great weekend.
Hey, we'll have a great broadcast tonight, and don't use any cliches, okay?
I mean, it's West Virginia Wesleyan. We might just go off the air early tonight. Who knows?
That was a tough league back in the day. I don't know what college basketball is anymore with that stuff, but that was, I mean, not that they should beat Radford, but they play a hard-nosed brand of basketball and very physical, and I suspect we will see a lot of that style play after what I saw in the season opener. Not a knock on the Highlanders. It's just, gird your loins, fellas, because, people are going to come after you because we're a little small on the front line.
Correct. All right, man. Well, have a great weekend. Hey, to Goober.
Hey, Goober
as
says,
always.
"Hey," which seems even more apropos with this whole segue. But
See,
anyway,
see what we did. I led you into both. That's great. That's great.
Everybody have a great time and go to the game tonight.
All right, brother. Be good, man. Have a good
All right.
weekend.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
All right, there you go. See, that's what a true professional does. I lead my guests into their material. I'm a professional. I rise above it. This is Spinal Tap. Please tell me you've seen This is Spinal Tap. For the love of God. All right. Family Fencing Studios. 540-200-8294. FamilyFencingNRV.com. Give Jason Green a call. They're going to work through the winter, by the way. There's their phone number. McClellan Chiropractic, Mark Hundley over in Christiansburg, sponsor of our chat line. Mark is a great guy, very thorough. He'll create a plan just for you. He'll diagnose. He did the exact same thing with Travis Williams, by the way, from Professional Door. He's now a patient of his, and Mark has got all the latest technology. Great guy. Go see him. Go see him. Thanks to Bob Chris, the Ready Set Fund, ReadySetFund.com. Again, it's very easy. It's a website that already has a pre-scheduled text message to send to people asking for donations. You can personalize it as well. That's what Floyd County did for their softball team, and the gals raised $4,000. BobChrist11@gmail.com. Go see him. It's great. Great. Go to Harvey's GM, buy your next vehicle from Brad Harvey. I bought my last 3. I'll buy my 4th when it's time from Brad Harvey. Great service department. Michelle is awesome. Just awesome. Speaking of Professional Door, Travis Williams and Company in Dublin, they're looking for help right across from New River Community College. If you're out of a job, you want a job, and you want to work hard, but it's very gratifying. They're going to start at $20 an hour. He'll train you thoroughly. You don't have to worry about having a lot of experience. He wants to train you the way they do it. There's a reason they got the national account at Walmart. And you can walk right in. You don't have to. You can call. It's great, but he doesn't mind if you want to walk in and make an appointment. Go help him out. National Bank member FDIC, the official banking partner, the exclusive banking partner of BDST. Our attorney, Brian Pry, 701 West Main Street in Radford, Trust and Estate Planning. He sponsors the BDST Fan Question of the Week. And 65% of you want, it's all about James Franklin or bust, man. You don't care what his mindset is. You want James Franklin. Little River Heating and Air, 1095 Radford Street in Christiansburg, 540-553-2971. I've told this story before, but I was out of town last year at Radford basketball, and neighbor had sent me a text. I think your house got struck by lightning. Well, it was both of my heating units. It was by air and heating. We have 3 levels of the house, so it takes 2 units, and they were both fried. They got here, diagnosed it the next day. 2 days later, I was all set. 2 days. Pulaski County Sports Entertainment, Jonathan Sweet, Tim Miller, congratulations. They're opening up the racetrack once again. Full racing schedule, drag racing coming back next year. I am very excited about that. Lawson's Motorhome Supply, located at 300 North Franklin Street in Christiansburg, 540-381-8011. And go give the NRV Super Bowl call, 382-5525. Get your lanes booked today. I believe I got everyone in. Oh, and Top Shelf Apparel in Pulaski, right across from, actually right beside, not across, right beside Cougar Express. Go see Brandon. They finished our shirts, screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving. I went into their shop yesterday, man. It's really cool. I had all the machine. They showed me all the stuff. He works there with his dad, so you know you're going to have quality people who care. 540-616-8153 if you're a school and you're looking for shirts and apparel and merch. Call Top Shelf and get it done. tsgraphicsapparel@gmail.com. I love the fact that the people who sponsor the show, that make the show possible, are people that I know are terrific people and the best at what they do. In case you've missed it, here we go. Here we go. There's the shirt, front and back. Send me your orders. $20. $20, no tax, anything like that. And I'd like to be able to, meet you and give them to you so you don't have to pay shipping. I will ship it, though, if you want them. Yeah. So let me know. All right, where are we here on chat here? Jen, the Gamecock girl, going to join us with our picks here momentarily. What did I miss? What did I miss? Here is a thought. Get Selma a T-shirt. Have her coming out of the pool. I don't know if I'd ever recover. Like Phoebe in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Thanks, David. The Loaded Goat is the best episode. Thunder says, more power to you. Not sure what that's in reference to. Yeah, the Andy Griffith Show still holds a lot of meaning for a lot of people. It's still on. You can find it everywhere. And boy, I always marvel, and that's how it was when you just see Opie and the kids walking around town, going to where they need to go. Nobody's thinking about any danger, even though it's just a different time, different world. Wayne says he could recreate Fast Times in a shirt and pool if that helps. Well, no, that doesn't help. Marvin, Jen, and DV need shirts. Yeah, they do. Oh, Jen won't want one. She won't. She's all particular. She doesn't wear anything unless it's, garnet and black. But then again, we wouldn't know because we don't get game day pictures anymore. Yep. Doesn't happen. We do have a home game tonight, Radford against West Virginia Wesleyan. They are the Bobcats, so there's that. Radford Bobcats. Tech plays Providence tomorrow at 4. How about Mike Young on Wednesday? Mike Young just says, you know what? I don't want to hear about, working on the season. By the way, we're now just 8 subscribers away from 700. Let's go. We need 8. The next threshold coming closer in our view. So let's get it done. Uh-oh, I'm getting ready to sneeze. Hang on. Woo, sorry about that. That's my first sneeze. My apologies. That was, I'll tell you what that was. That right there.
Oh my. Oh, no. That was out of nowhere.
Yeah, it really was. Didn't expect that. I will, by the way, I will post the T-shirt on the Facebook page at some point today. But we're now just 8 away. So I'm updating that. I've been counting down on the Facebook page. So now we need 8 more for 700. So we're getting there. We are getting there. All right. So hit us up, subscribe. If you are subscribed, tell people to do it. And it's absolutely free. Now, here we go. Now I got a furrow tag. Here we go. Jack Nicholson guest starred on the Andy Griffith Show. Ooh, 2 different episodes. Love our peeps. Opie Finds a Baby in 1966, where he played Mr. Garland. And Aunt Bee and the Juror, where he played Marvin Jenkins. That's the scene that I saw where he was a juror. Yeah. And then before he broke out in Easy Rider. It was Peter Fonda, right? Was that Peter Fonda? It was Peter Fonda. Pretty sure it was Peter Fonda. Easy Rider. But yeah, we're just 8 away, by the way. We're getting very excited. We are 8 away from, there you go. And there's the post on Facebook. 8. We only need 8. Jen will join us here momentarily. But again, you got to keep us all waiting here. Dramatic Jen. Let's see if we can hit 700 before the end of the day. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. Yeah, the MCU, yeah. Disney ruined Marvel. They got all political. Wade says, Mike Young coaching football, asking for a friend. Yeah, we're in the mode here on the program. If I get some real concrete updates, I'll pass it along, but I'm not going to do any of the speculation. Got you, Jimmy. You want a large? Gotcha. We have a couple. We have 20 2Xs, 50 extra large. That leaves 30, right? What do I got? 20 large and 10 medium. That's what we have. I didn't order any smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. I didn't order any smalls. Absolutely, Troy. Send me updates. That should be a win to finish what has been another very disappointing season in double. Very disappointing. Yeah, we're working on Coach Duffy. Yes. Well, what do you know? What do you know? She finally joined us. What's up, Judy? You look great.
Thank you. Decided to make an appearance. I thought you.
Hey, woohoo! Who knew?
Who knew?
Now, is that the same hat or is that a different Carolina hat?
It's a different one. Good idea.
See? Well, I always like to let you know I pay attention to your fashion choices.
Thank you. Thanks for caring.
Although I don't get to see those fashion choices very often anymore.
I know where this is headed.
Well, the peeps are the ones who are upset. And you're just, you don't do it anymore. And your team, look at your team. Look at your program. You've almost gotten your coach fired. Congratulations.
Well, okay. You're making a good point there. I need to do more to help.
You don't know it yet, but I saw with the AD on their latest agenda when they have an athletics meeting, you're on there. They're going to bring you in and ask you why that stopped and see how much that correlates.
Mm-hmm. An inquisition.
You know how I know you're not really on board with Shane Beamer? Because if this were Steve Spurrier, there's no way you would miss the weekly fashion pick.
I just get distracted with hosting. It's not that deep, but I do need to do more to try to help bring good karma. So I'm hearing you. I'm accepting that feedback today.
How did it go, by the way? How was that part of it anyway? How was your tailgating last week?
I mean, my tailgate it's always premium here. It's a premium experience. But
didn't you have one planned earlier this year? You didn't have really any meats. Remember, I had to yell at you. Remember that?
Well, let me clarify. Last week was an away game. So,
but you still have like a little something, don't you?
I had a little something, some neighbors, but it's not the same. It's not the full blown thing.
What did you do for Alabama? What was the menu? What did we have?
That's not away games are not the same. Like
Alabama was home, wasn't it?
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Ole Miss last week.
No.
Okay.
Yes. No.
All right.
No.
I'm sorry. Alabama.
Alabama 2 weeks ago, right?
All right. What did I have? Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. I'm thinking. I know I had Manhattans because I always make.
Well, I know that. I know your alcohol is always going to be prime.
Which reminds me, I need to make one for you when you come down for the Radford game. So
I'm trying to get Neil. Neil's hedging on that too. I don't know.
And then now he's got his fancy car. He's got no time for me.
I guess so. I guess that's what it is. Probably wants to stay home and watch some kind of international soccer in Bolivia. That's probably what he wants to do.
Well, I guess I'm going to get blown off for that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But what did you have? What was your food? What was your food layout for Alabama?
I had a shrimp platter. It's coming back to me. Shrimp platter.
All right.
I had some sliders. I had with various meats. I know you're concerned about the meat. I usually do not like to buy chicken, but I knew some children were coming to the tailgate. I feel it's bad to eat your mascot on game day.
Oh, that's true.
I like to do it. But the children had a very limited menu. So I got some chicken for them. Maybe that's why we lost. Maybe that's it.
I didn't think about that. That's a little different for you, isn't it? That's right. That's right.
Cannibalistic. I don't really, I'm not down with that.
I get that. I get that.
Big
veggie tray. Wayne's asking. I'm sure you had a veggie tray.
Yeah. I always try to have that because it makes me personally feel less guilt if I'm like, okay, I had 2,000 calories of carbs, but I had some broccoli. I had a few pieces of cauliflower.
See that you're falling in for. See, all the vegetable people have guilted you into that mindset. You don't need to feel that way. It's a football atmosphere. It's supposed to be fun. What do you know what you're doing? You're killing the fun. You're going through all the food. Oh, look, there's the veggie tray.
I mean, people eat it, so
yeah, because they're like, they don't want to hurt your feelings. Yeah, I guess I'll eat this crap.
So you're just saying I need to go straight, unhealthy but tasty.
Meat does not mean unhealthy. That's quit stereotyping meat. Meat's very good for you.
Well, until I slather it up with sugary sauce and fry it.
Sugary sauce.
It's all the stuff that we do to the meat that makes it not the healthiest.
Right. I'm sure. Are your Manhattans healthy?
Why are you asking that?
Well, I mean, you're sitting here dogging meat. I'm just telling you, you know. But anyway.
Okay.
All right, so that's not bad. I'll give you that. Sliders, you had meat, you had different meats, and you even had chicken. So you kind of went the extra mile. Okay.
And had a big dessert platter with petit fours and garnet black cupcakes and brownie bites with garnet black icing.
Wayne, that's not true. That's not true. I do not love a pregame Impossible Burger.
I don't do that either. I'm not that hardcore. I eat pretty well during the week, but on game days, I don't track.
I had one Impossible Burger because my daughter, before she left for VCU, she liked them because she at one time was a vegetarian. Thank God she outgrew that fad. So we went there and we got, well, Dad, eat one with me. I'm leaving for school. Okay. And, I'll never eat another one. But,
Well, I've heard they were pretty good. I've never had one, but I heard they're okay.
Yeah. You're hungry like 12 seconds later. So then after you get the Impossible Burger, can I get 2 Whoppers to go, please? Thank you.
Just the smell of Burger King driving past it, whatever they do to entice you with that smell, it's
charcoal burgers. Yeah.
Is it real charcoal though, or is it like
no? It is.
The chemists develop the little drops of fake.
No, you go in there. They got the Charbroil going. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I'm seeing the vials and the beakers of fake stuff with the
add a little medicine droppers. Charbroil, let's go.
And then they have a way to distill it to make it more powerful outside the restaurant to lure you in.
Yeah.
You're not cynical enough with the food. You're cynical about a lot of the things, but not the food.
What? Cynical about politics? Cynical about ESPN? Yeah, you're right. I guess so.
Yeah.
Cynical I am about overpaid head coaches who are bratty like yours, but yeah. All right. You ready to go? Oh, where are we on our picks? How did we do?
Why did you just throw that dart and then leave? You just throw a poison dart and you just stroll off like nothing happened.
Well, you're going to keep him because there's nobody else to come in there because all the other candidates are going to be gone to other places. So he'll get to keep his job strictly because there's not going to be enough quality people to replace him.
And the buyout's probably a factor.
Maybe. It's your place. It doesn't matter. Come on. South Carolina.
I think it matters more now with the $20 million additional expense this year. Do you disagree?
Maybe so. But he'll be back next year. He'll be back.
I mean, I'm
yay!
My relationship with Gamecock football, it's like having a bad boyfriend. Like he's terrible to you. Like you get dressed up and you expect a date and then he doesn't show up and then he sends you flowers and you have the best week and he's like, let's go to the Ritz-Carlton in Charlotte and you can have anything you want and you can go to the spa and I'm living large. I'm so happy.
Boy, this sounds like this just happened, ladies and gentlemen. We have breaking news.
Then he's like, hey, for our date, let's just run by McDonald's and get some to go. I mean, it's just totally inconsistent. That's what it's like. It's the bad boyfriend.
Well, there you go. Well, he's Shane Beamer's the bad boyfriend. So
kind of right now, it feels like that. But, I think about the good times last year.
Hey, there's 5 games. Yay.
It was fun. I had such a good year, and not in Washington. The Commanders.
Was that the same guy you were seeing that measured your food on a scale? Was that the same guy? Wayne wants to know.
The boyfriend who's up and down now, he was just negative, only negative. There was no positive with that guy. He was never a boyfriend. It was one date, one and done.
I think I know which guy you're referencing, the other guy. Oh, Rocky Top. Anyway.
No.
All right, you ready? No.
No, it was never the highs were never that high with that situation. I mean, I've had a lot of life I've lived at this point. So, there were a lot of stories, a lot of men in and out of my life. So,
and I want to hear them all. I'll be in a cold tub and I want to hear them all.
No one wants to hear it. Nobody cares.
How do we do in our picks? I have no idea. I didn't get to follow it at all. Obviously, it wasn't a great weekend. So I didn't get to watch any football or get to do anything. So
I understand.
What we got?
You were a good fiance last weekend.
I was a good dude. Yeah.
Okay, I'm preparing my glasses. They had a little smear on them, so I need a set.
Oh, here we go. Watch out. Only Jen can put glasses on, and we can't wait. She looks great in glasses. There we go. Look at that.
Hair fluff. Okay. Last week, Rick took some hits last week.
Did I? Yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me.
Well, we both together picked Miami, which was wrong. On the positive side, I went with Virginia. You went with California. I had Texas Tech. You had Kansas State.
Who won? Did Texas Tech win? I don't even know. See, I told you. I didn't. Okay. All right.
USC, Nebraska. I had USC. You had Nebraska.
Woo!
Duke, Clemson. Ow!
You love that.
That was great. Wake Forest, FSU.
Oh, my Lord.
You had FSU, so I was wrong on that one.
That was awful.
And I had Wake Forest, Mississippi State, Arkansas had Arkansas. You had Mississippi State.
Who won that one?
I'm sorry?
Who won that one? Mississippi State, Arkansas.
Mississippi State. You were correct.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I really didn't know. Okay.
Okay. You weren't.
Told you I was checked. I was checked out last weekend.
Okay. So the tally for the week was I had 4 correct that you did not have, and you had 2 correct that I did not have. So now I'm up 1.
Uh-oh. We've had a flop. We've had a floppage of the standings.
So
at least in the gin math we have. So
there's no official auditing from a CPA, but based on my records, that's what I have.
Okay. All right. You ready to get into it this week? We don't have any local game here. We don't have your game. Georgia.
Stress-free weekend.
The Dogs going down to take on the other Dogs. This is literally the Bulldogs versus the Bulldogs.
It's kind of a boring mascot.
That's pretty boring.
Everybody has it.
I can't say that because look, see?
Oh, well, that's pretty cute.
Isn't mine cuter? They just came in. I got them yesterday afternoon. Look at that.
Okay. When are you sending me mine?
You like that? You like that?
I do like it.
Yeah, I'll bring it down when I come to South Carolina.
Please do.
See? There you go. Can we just say we picking the Bulldogs and we'll both be right?
Well, I mean, is it really much of a pick? It seems like Georgia kind of starting to roll. I mean, they're undefeated, right? Aren't they 8-0 at this juncture?
No.
They or maybe 9-0.
Georgia? No. Georgia got their ass kicked, didn't they?
Wait.
Hang on.
I should know that.
You're the one. Yeah, you're the one who was, not distracted last week. Georgia's 7-1.
Wait, why do I have?
Georgia barely beat Florida. They lost to Alabama. That's their only loss.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's not bad.
Okay, I'm going to go Georgia.
Oh, I had sort of forgotten about that Alabama thing.
The Alabama game. Yeah, Alabama. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, Damon. How are you? By the way. He said, good morning, guys. BYU, Texas Tech, Big 12 matchup. The Mormons going to take on Red Raider.
Texas Tech. What are you doing there? You're thinking.
Man,
I mean,
I don't know.
Now BYU is undefeated, correct?
Yes.
Am I crazy? Okay.
Texas Tech at home.
And everything. All right.
I'm gonna go. That's tough, man. I'm gonna go. I want to go BYU. What the hell? Who cares? Let's go BYU. I've been with them. I've won 3 or 4 games on you this year because of BYU. So I'm gonna go with BYU.
True. I always hesitant to pick them. I don't know why. If I have some kind of
because they're all like 36 years old. Texas A&M at Missouri. Missouri head coach to be tied into that Florida job, so maybe some distraction there. You love Drinkwitz too. Wasn't he on your list? He was like number 1.
No. Sam Pittman was number 1.
I'm sorry.
Why do you always block out Sam Pittman?
Don't get her list wrong. Well, he got fired, so I guess if his school can block him out, I guess I can block him out.
Poor Sam. I like Elko versus Drinkwitz in this.
Mike Elko. Mike Elko might be the new Penn State head coach. Watch out. Oregon and Iowa. Quack, quack against Hawkeye. A battle of poultry.
Oregon.
Ducks.
I think. Yeah.
Ducks. Here we go. Auburn at Vanderbilt. You know who I'm taking.
Your boyfriend.
I'm not even taking a team. I'm taking the Pavia train.
He is so your boyfriend this season.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Big fan.
But as soon as the season ends, you'll probably break up. Although he might be there another 5 years at this
Yeah,
rate.
he might apply and get more. He might get more.
Yeah. Vanderbilt too. Although the people I talked to in Columbia who are fans of Auburn tell me they really like the interim coach quite a bit.
It's not
for them,
no.
but
Cohen's not. No, Cohen's got his guy. Cohen, I think they're going to hire John Sumrall. That's who I think.
Oh, okay. He's getting good buzz, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Big game tonight, by the way. Ryan Silverfield versus Pat Sumrall that I won't be able to watch, but Memphis and Tulane. That's a pretty good Friday night matchup.
Wait, was that on our list?
No.
Okay. I had a little panic. I was like,
it's not on the list, but that's 2 guys who will be coaching Power 4 schools next year. So there you go. And neither one of them will be Virginia Tech. Washington at Wisconsin. A couple of UWs.
Let's go Washington.
Wisconsin keeping Luke Fickell.
It's 6-2 versus 2-6. So
what's the spread?
11.5 for Washington.
Yeah, you're right. All right, we'll go with the dogs. Yeah, that's too much.
Or Wisconsin. I didn't realize they were 2-6 until I looked it up.
Well, that's why Fickell was being, they thought he was going to get fired. Wake Forest at Virginia. Cavs keep winning nail biters. Wake just got, they didn't show up. I was very surprised. Not necessarily they lost in Tallahassee, but that amount.
Yeah, they got throttled.
So I think Virginia will beat them, but I bet you it's a close game. It'll be a close game. That's what they play.
You think?
Yeah. Wake will rebound. Wake will play better this week than he did last week. And Virginia's not that team. They're undefeated, but they're not like, Virginia, watch out.
Right. Their schedule's been so favorable to them.
Correct.
Let me see the line. I think it's Virginia by 6.5. So you're right. It probably will be closer. I also have Virginia, of course.
LSU at Alabama. Don't know who's going to coach them Tigers yet, but they're not going to win at Alabama, are they?
No, but it might be closer than the spread.
Rivalry, yeah.
Maybe.
Big rival game.
I think the spread is 10, so could be a good game.
No, I'm with you on that. Wow, and a game that is just like, Florida State at Clemson. Dabo won a lot of people over last week because he just blatantly said the officiating needs to be investigated. If you're going to investigate coaches and players, we watch these calls. And then, of course, the ACC gave him a public reprimand. God forbid anybody talk about the officials. He's exactly right. It's been going on far too long. These guys are going unchecked. These guys are betting on games. It's time to rip the Band-Aid off and look at it for what it is. So he's right. We may not always like him, but he was right about that.
Yeah, he's feisty and goes off a lot about different stuff. But, I'm with you. I did see some truth in what he brought last time.
I'm going to go Clemson at home.
Yeah, I think so too. He had a little more fire about him with this game, and I think Duke was just more motivated to win than FSU would be. Too.
Yeah, they did a lot of good things offensively with the backup quarterback, but yeah. Florida and Kentucky, another team that's going to have a new coach. Maybe both of these programs have new coaches next year. Your former squeeze, Mark Stoops, struggling out in Lexington.
Not struggling financially, but
no, which is just fine with you.
I mean, that's all right.
You might accept that phone call again once he tries to get back.
I'd answer the phone.
Yeah, you'd answer the phone. Hey,
what's up?
I'm going to go Kentucky at home.
I am too.
Oh.
I was hoping you would pick Florida. Florida's lost every away game this year.
Yes, they have. Billy Napier couldn't win on the road in that league. All right, I'm sorry, I skipped one. Indiana at Penn State. Boy, this looked like before the year it was going to be a barn burner.
Correct, but not so much now. Indiana big.
Yeah, what is that spread? Let me look at that up.
I had 14.5.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, Indiana. Kirk Cignetti. Now I heard Kirk Cignetti was too old.
How old
Maryland.
Wait. Seriously, how old is he?
63, 64.
All right, old dude, let's go.
Well, see, this was 4.5 years ago, and he kind of wanted to get involved in a certain job here locally, and they
right.
And by the way, they have a coach who's going to be a Power 4 coach maybe next year. Now, a young coach that they're probably not going to seriously consider hiring to. All right, Maryland at Rutgers. Maryland just fired their coach. Does anybody have a coach in any of these games that we're picking this week?
I did not like that Maryland coach at all. He was real mouthy about South Carolina, had a lot of problems with us. And
yeah, he's sketchy, man. He was sketchy. Very sketchy.
Not a fan. And so maybe that's contributed to this decision, but I'm going to go Rutgers.
I'm going Rutgers too. Yeah, Lockley, he had a lot. He's got a lot of stuff going on up there. Got a lot of stuff going on, or had a lot of stuff. Nebraska coming off a big win against UCLA. 2-point spread. That's why this is on here.
Yeah, I think Nebraska lost their starting quarterback. Maybe?
Yeah, he's out for the year. Rayola's out for the year.
Okay, so with that, is this Dom? I'm going to pick your team. Tell me, is it Dom?
Hell, I don't know.
What are you going to do?
They lost 56-6 in their last game against Indiana. They've been decent at home. Nebraska's not very good either. This is a pick 'em. I'll go Nebraska. I'll go Nebraska.
Gosh, you do not believe in this team.
No, I don't believe anything about that university. Okay. Colorado and West Virginia. Dion going to Mountain Mama. Take me home. West Virginia is going to win.
Correct. Colorado's really struggling. And now I just feel sad when I see Dion. He doesn't look like he feels well. And he's kind of just trying to finish out the season, it looks like. And I don't know. The juju's not good out there.
I hate that he's having health issues, but he was never going to be a long-term head coach. It was a joke to think people were like, oh, he might be up for this job. No. He's once his kid left, it's everything that's happened that we said was going to happen. When Shedeur left and Hunter left, he doesn't care anymore. Regardless of what happens for Colorado, it was a great hire just because it got them prominent again. It got a lot of money in the program, a lot of money.
Well, this is interesting. I know the music recruiter at Colorado through the industry, and she said their application numbers, even in music, have gone up.
Sure.
Big time, more than doubled. So
100%. 100%.
Mm-hmm. I think she said more than double. I know a big increase for sure.
And finally, Iowa State, who's really plummeting here for Matt Campbell, taking on TCU.
I think TCU's too much for them. And Iowa State, I think they've lost 4 in a row now after a nice start.
Remember when the tech job came open, everybody said, oh, it's going to be Matt Campbell. You don't hear that much anymore. It's kind of gone away, rightfully so. He was there, though, 4 years ago, and he would have led Tech to more mediocrity. I'm going TCU, too.
See, that's what cynicism I talked about. But you don't have it with food. You're like, Burger King's great. It's all natural charcoal. I'm sure they get a big bag out, and dump fresh charcoal on there.
Well, no, they fix it in front of you. If you're there, do you go in or you just sit in the drive-through?
I have not.
I know the answer. By the way, the Burger King onion rings are still really strong, by the way. Those are good.
I have not been there to eat in, I think, 10 years, maybe more. I've not had anything from there. My brother and I, when my mother passed away, this is not meant to be sad. We went and ate what we called a grief burger there, and a big sloppy Whopper. We were like, you just feel sad. And we're
I get it.
And that's the last time that I've eaten there. And afterwards, I felt so gross. I felt sad and then yucky physically. So maybe not the best strategy. We tried that and eating a whole sleeve of Oreos. A whole sleeve at once.
So wait a minute. Maybe that had a little more to do with it than your experience at the King.
Yeah, it's possible. If you want to blame the Oreos, then go ahead. What you doing? Who you texting? Is there some
people are asking about T-shirts? So I'm trying to respond. So people want my T-shirt.
Now I feel like this bad boyfriend example is coming back. Where
I'm sorry.
We're at dinner and I'm like, but so baby, this is how my day went. And you're
hang on. Yeah. We can go right there. Yeah, we'll go.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to find a good burger out. Five Guys is still a pretty good burger. If you're in the mood for Five Guys, that's good. I love the bag of. They do the French fries in the peanut oil. Oof, those are so good. So good.
I think the fries now that are in the beef tallow are the money fries. Have you had any of them?
Where's that?
Well, usually at fancy restaurants, they'll do the beef tallow fry and woo.
Well, yes.
But I had some of those in Orlando, and they were delicious.
If we come back down and stay with you, will you take us to a beef tallow fry place?
You better bring your wallet.
Well, we're coming to see you. Come on. This is,
Are you going to bring the wallet?
Yon weary traveler.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're trying to say I should pay?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, but you took us wherever what was the name of the place we went last time?
Hunting Barbecue with those nachos, best nachos on the planet.
That was good.
And just for the record, they are better than the ESPN Zone nachos. And I wrote about this earlier, and you were like, what makes a nacho good? And I want you to know it's that dust, the nacho dust, the spices that they put over it.
Well, they don't exist anymore, so.
They're done, but they had some good nacho dust.
Yeah. Correct, Jimmy. No salad. We're not going any place where salad's the top option. That's correct.
I'll treat you better than that.
All right. Well, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. No stress for you this weekend because the Gamecocks cannot lose.
I'm very happy about that.
Although some might say that they lose every day as long as Shane Beamer's employed.
Fudge. I'm not having that. Hey, I still believe. And he's a great recruiter.
He's a used car salesman.
He's a great recruiter.
He's a terrific used car salesman. He just can't do anything to rev up the chassis once the car gets there. They just kind of go in neutral, and sometimes they start, and sometimes they don't.
Last year was really good. Can I talk about last year some more? Last year was amazing. And
what you have to do now, you got to be careful. You're falling into that trap. It wasn't a good year. It was a good 5-game stretch at the end. First half of the year, they were trying to get him out. That's like when people watch a great fourth quarter of a football game. What a great game. I've watched a lot of crappy football games that have one good quarter, right? Yeah, it turned out good. The last quarter was great, but the first three were crap, So last year you had a nice 5-game run and almost made the playoff, and that was his biggest accomplishment, and it will be the biggest accomplishment he has as the head coach of South Carolina.
It was a really nice time, and I want to live in that moment.
It was a really nice time.
Please do not spoil my happy juju about last year.
Well, no, you're going to have him back next year. So there you go. You're excited. And that's not been made official, but just...
The way you said that was so condescending. You're excited. Only you could say that to me and not get mad. Like
Exactly.
a lot of other people, like if you were just some average fan in a bar who said that to me, I might be thinking about punching you. But instead of thinking about hugging you, how do you do that?
You know, I don't know, Jen. I've always had it. It's crazy. You know, I don't know. Kind of like Kramer. I got the Kavorka.
You do. That's true.
Have a great weekend, and we will holler at you again next week.
Okay. Maybe, are we going to go live at all tomorrow? Watching football or no?
No.
You're not doing it. Okay.
No, we're not.
Okay.
No, I'll do it at some point. See, I'm fighting back against the ESPN wars. I don't get all those games now right now because I have YouTube TV.
Okay.
And I'm not giving in. I'm not going to do that. So
I understand.
All right. Be a good girl. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Right.
Bye.
Bye. Jen the Gamecock Girl. All right. We're done for the day, everybody. Again, if you want a t-shirt, hit me up. They're here. Just hit me on the Professional Door text line 391-0788. They're awesome. Well, that's upside down. There you go. One more look in case you are in late and you didn't get to see them. Great quality. This is the great in between. They're very soft and they're sturdy but not heavy, man. Perfect. They're just perfect. Thank you so much, Top Shelf Apparel in Brandon. Thanks you. Great week. Thanks to our guests today. Thanks to the guys from Floyd. Thank you, guys. Good luck tonight with your game. Thank you to Will Stewart, Mike Ashley, and Jen. Subscribe. It's free. We're getting there, folks. Spread the word, please. Cut and paste. Share the channel. We're at 692. We need 8 for 700. Have a great podcast tonight, TP. Yeah, it was a great week. Fun week. We'll have a lot more stuff next week. We'll let you know about it when next week gets here. Come see me tonight at Radford. Highlanders playing host to West Virginia Wesleyan. If you're there, come by and say hey. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy the sports. We'll see you on Monday.